All right, we're going live in 3,
No, I think
2.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe it's not.
We're going live in 3, 2.
Nope. Still says waiting. There it goes.
Are we live?
Look at that delay.
Oh my God, someone's got us on the server.
I'm gonna. Fuck.
Well, I haven't gone live in a while, and I think this is a good icebreaker. Let's see. We'll get some
Break the
people
ice.
rolling in here.
All right. Let's start talking shit. Everyone hit the
No,
thumb.
We're not talking.
Nah, that's what someone said. I'm reading it,
Oh, we were reading it too.
and I don't put it on dark mode because I'm blind and can't read it. That's why
Can
I
we
got
get
the
the chat up, Kev? You don't want to. You don't want to be the reporter.
I can't read from here.
Never mind.
Tommy should have just
Thank
snuffed
you for the
him.
100 gifted.
Not read back.
All right. So the purpose of
Dude, my finger's not good. First of all, I got to let you guys know I was in a really bad kitchen incident last night. I'm still recovering. Oh, sorry. I thought I was going the other way. Still recovering. It's bad. Okay.
he needs a skin graft on his finger.
We got a couple of 95 IQers in here, so you're in the right place. This guy called me poor. Fuck. In all caps. Fuck it. These are JDM Oakleys. I use them to read my computer, which I've zoomed in on. This guy called me poor again.
All right. So the main goal of this is not to stir up anything. It's to clarify what happened at the LZ World Tour since the video got so many comments.
Take Tommy to Gay Bill in Norway. I'll take him. He ain't taking me. Look at this dude. No, so we got a bunch of comments. So
We got a lot of comments, so we have to answer it. And I had to come down to Tommy's personally to get him in front of this screen so we can explain to you and just clear up the air. That's all. No drama.
someone said hi, Kevin. Big Gucci YB.
Oh, that's YB.
YB.
What up,
What up,
Jay?
Kevin's
YB?
real name is Maddox, by the way, but
I gave
it's
him
Kevin.
the name Kevin. He's a Kevin. I'm not reading the chat.
so the reason this isn't on my channel is one, my channel's not just me. For one, it's the whole shop, and I'm not going to drag down the whole shop with this nonsense, even though they're perfectly okay with it. The other thing is the main video where the transgressions were filmed was here, and I want to talk directly to the people with an IQ and the people with no IQ. I know I'm not going to change anyone's mind. I don't really give a fuck about you people.
Big
If
Five,
you-
thank you for the 199 gifted.
It doesn't go to you.
I know.
Love seeing DJ and his dad. Look at this. Okay, so we're gonna address a lot more than the Rudnick shit though. But we gotta get the people to roll in because there's only 660 and we're early.
Yeah,
we
did say 6.
We said 6, so we can just talk about other stuff
for sure.
while
For
we're
sure.
chilling, you know.
So we shouldn't address what happened.
No,
which
I mean we could talk about why we're here, but it doesn't matter, right? It's gonna first of all, let's do something here.
It wasn't a huge deal, okay?
Hold on. I'm gonna do something. Okay. We gotta stop. the
YB in the
chat.
chat.
Thank you guys for tapping in, everyone.
Yeah.
Definitely like it so we can get some more people in here and we can get it it could get juicy,
There we go.
as Kevin would say.
Kevin, do me a favor and go lock the front door so no one walks in there.
No, front.
Yeah.
What even happened? Well, good question for those of you who don't know.
Why don't you say what happened? You were
haven't
there.
watched the channel.
You
Yeah,
were right next to me.
yeah. For those of
Say
you,
what happened.
someone asked me.
Because I'm a liar. So you say what happened.
Biggest liar.
Biggest liar.
So we were all chilling by our cars. Everybody was on grid. They were all driving. It was good. It was chill. We were just chatting.
Dude, we were talking to like each other, I guess.
We were. When we were kind of in the road a little bit. And it's not a huge deal, but
Wasn't.
Rudnick came off the track and may have
Whoa, wait.
cut the
He came off the track and went down a lane that he never did the entire day through the middle of the car show.
He probably wanted to come say hi.
Yeah, he wanted to come
Ask
to
how
say
you were
he
doing.
went down a lane. I just want to give the whole experience. He came down a lane, he didn't do the whole day. He drove right in front of my booth, like where all our cars were, where I was standing. And now you take it over. You continue.
We were standing there and there was a little rev.
It was a good rev.
One or
Mind
two,
you,
one
he
or
did swerve into Tommy.
Kevin was right next to me.
I was right next to Tommy.
there was a little swerve. There was some revving. He was with a bunch of his friends. They were all in the car. No big deal.
I pointed at him. I said, "Fuck you," to the kid in the back seat or in the back of the trunk. We just sat there, which
If-
was fine.
If he fell out of the car, would he keep it moving, you think?
I think he would have kept moving if he fell out of the car at that moment. I pointed at him. I said, "Fuck you!" And then they just kept driving. And I said, "DJ, hey, like, go get your camera because it's been 2 years since I've talked to Ronnie. Over 2 years.
No contact.
No contact, no escalation. Honestly, from my side, I haven't really talked any shit publicly. He's taken shots at me multiple times. Multiple times. I haven't said anything. I was the bigger man. I took the high
You
road.
did stay quiet for a while, which if I were you, I probably would have took it another way, but I'm surprised that you didn't talk more shit.
Here's what's crazy. We got I just got to address this too. I'm not 50. I'm not even close to 50. I'm in my high 30s. I'm not even 10 years older than the other party involved in this. I don't know why he gets to be his real age and I have to be 50. Just call me my real age. I'm older than him, yeah. Regardless, if anyone else did it, it would have been not an issue. There's obviously some history there. And the shots he's taken at me, you'll all remember, all his little fanboys were so stoked when he take a shot in a video. Oh, I heard that when you said that thing about Tommy. Everyone thinks it's so fucking funny. And then I do something and it's like, oh, dude, you revved on him? Like, guys, this was revving.
Let me finish the story.
Yeah,
Let me finish the story. GT, thank you, brother. Tommy, read your disco.
Yeah.
Mofo. Get on that, Tommy. So after he did that, he drove by, little rev, not a huge deal. Wasn't a big deal. And then when Tommy was ready to leave, which was shortly after that happened, he exited, went up to his booth. If you've seen the video when we were at the LZ World Tour, this is where it all took place. I don't know if I said that. And he revved, I guess you could say.
I rev bombed him for 10 seconds. So, okay, so let's just back up because I'll give you my perspective. Yeah, and then
that was the whole thing.
It's kind of crazy.
Not a big deal. I don't know why you guys are blowing out of proportion a lot. Like,
yeah. This guy's so funny. Sean said they're acting like Tommy flashed a gun. Like all I did was rev back, response.
Which it was. It
was one step above. Okay.
You could call it childish. You could call it all you like.
Sure.
At the end of the day, no harm was. No, I'm just saying they could call it whatever they want. It was just you were retaliating.
So we got to address the comments because this is why we do this, is so we can engage.
Engage, yes. I just had to tell them.
But what did the revving achieve? Nothing other than showing your immaturity. Okay.
There's more to it though that they don't know.
First of all, why? Whoever said I was mature? When did that become a standard of mine?
Yeah, we're like
guys. We're
like Peter Pan.
Yeah, you're a Peter Pan. No, I mean, I'm not mature and I don't need to act mature at a drift event. I could do whatever I want. I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't threaten anyone. I don't think I did anything that we need all these people to act like females. Try to get views. Like the shit you guys think is real is alarming. Skylar, first of all, pussy name. Second of all, no one's trying to get views from anyone. DJ filmed it because I told him to in case it escalated. It was a situation that could easily escalate. If you've ever been in a fight, let's just pretend this was a physical altercation. He pushes, I push to show that we're down. It's an unfortunate way that fights begin. That's how it goes. If you've seen fights before, have you ever been in a fight? Was there a push, a threat, a push, a punch, a slap, a choke? Like, did it escalate like that? Usually?
Yeah.
Someone threatens, the next guy pushes, the next guy punches.
And then you see what's going on.
Where are we? Because no one wants to be the asshole who throws the first punch. Rudnick, guys, I'll just be completely real with you. He is a pussy. And I don't mean that like he won't fight. And I don't mean that in like, honestly, I call a lot of people pussy. I probably called you pussy 3 times today. I called Kevin 12. Rudnick is scared of a lot of things. I've heard him be scared of a lot of things. He doesn't do what he did at that drift event. The Rudnick I know doesn't do what he did at that drift event unless he's grown up, grew a set of balls, and is no longer a pussy. I don't know him anymore. So I said, okay, maybe this kid wants to escalate this. Why else would he, after 2 years, he rev on me? We've seen each other 4 or 5 times. We were at the LZ Invitational the year it happened, like feet from each other.
Yeah, you guys had no contact.
No contact. The fact that this happened this weekend is an anomaly. And I said, okay, I'm not going to back down. I wouldn't gain anything by just ignoring it and appeasing the soft guys in this. I don't gain anything from you guys. You're not going to give me anything. Are you going to be my viewer if I take the high road? Are you going to get your GTR restored here if I don't rev bomb his booth? Like, what do I gain? And if I gain nothing, I'm going to do what the fuck I want. And what I wanted to do was match his energy and see what he wanted to do next. He stood there
And now,
and it was over. I drove away.
and now it's good.
It's not really good, but it is what it is.
Well, you know that he doesn't want to do anything, and I mean, you guys should be good from here on out.
Well, I don't know if we're good. We're not good.
Well, no, I wouldn't say good.
No, we're not good, but that he didn't escalate to the next level. He
He's
answered my
chilling.
message with silence. He did what he
So-
wanted me to do.
Another concern was maybe his car was acting up, but it sounded like it wasn't. Like it.
It's
I don't know.
It
I
actually
don't
sounded
know.
perfectly fine to me, but that's not the point. If your car's acting up, you don't swerve at me and rev directly when your exhaust matches where I'm standing. Now, we're gonna at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go even deeper into some stuff that's happened over the last years that no one knows about, and maybe the people who think Rudnick is this, Rudnick is that. If no one cares, you don't need to be in here, by the way. You guys are giving DJ more views. This has 1,200 people on it. Clearly, people care.
Well, the one thing that upsets me, and I'll say this right now, every time Tommy's in my video, there's more than a handful of people that constantly talk shit about him, and that's shitty. Because
It's shitty for DJ. Fuck me. I don't care. I think it's funny, but DJ doesn't want that nonsense in his video. He's building a GTR engine at our shop. We have the most experience in a local place to him, and people are muddying up your comments with nonsense. If you were smart, you'd block those people forever. They bring nothing to the table, and I would do that if I were you.
And they just don't know Tommy. I can count on one hand of my close friends that have done the most for me, and Tommy is up there. And people just constantly are saying like he's fucking you, he's taking advantage of you. Don't have a clue, and that's it. It is annoying to constantly see that, and
Yeah, it's
if
annoying
you
for
don't,
you.
it's just. I mean, it's not fair to you either because they just don't know the situation or you. So I want you to kind of clear that up a little bit. They think you're an asshole or the bad guy, or whatever the case may be. But like you said, you're probably not going to change anyone's minds. They're probably still gonna.
Yeah, you're not going to change it. Like the problem is, like these people. If you vibe with Rudnick, you will never vibe with me as a viewer, as a friend. It's very difficult. Rudnick and I's relationship was very up and down, because we were polar opposites, and that shit does what that shit does.
Mm-hmm.
We both.
We will definitely be at Final Bout for sure. Kevin's old hometown. We'll be there.
I don't want to be there.
Near my hometown.
We'll be there. Kevin's
I'll be there.
hometown.
I'll be there.
And
I know
honestly,
that
a lot of people love those videos with Rudnick and I, me making fun of them. People are on my side. Guys, Rudnick and I are not mutually exclusive in any way. We're doing such polar opposite things. However, if someone has done what he's done to me, and let's just say what I've done to him, revs at each other, flips each other off, yells "fuck you" in a car, it's escalating a situation. You guys want to look at him like he's innocent and all this and that. Why did he choose to escalate the situation that has been dead for 10 years? Someone tell me. And then in his video, someone just told me at the end of it, he goes, "We're not going to let any drama get us down." The reason he's not going to let any drama get him down is because he's the one starting it all, and then he's not addressing it, and you guys are eating it fucking hook, line, and sinker.
Well, they're only seeing one side of it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I didn't get him doing that because nothing.
Dude, you were there. You're a level-headed person.
But
Was
they're
that
gonna think I'm
intentional towards
lying.
me?
It looked intentional.
It looked intentional. Did I revenge in a way that was unjustified? Would do if someone did that to you that was an enemy, you would go, "Well, that was dumb,"
I
or
would
you
I would have been pretty turned.
okay,
up,
and you would have
but
walked over to the car and said, "What's up?"
I probably would have took it a lot more immaturely. Like went up to him and just like I would have probably been like, "What do you want to do? What are we doing?"
That's
But,
kind of what my rev was, and Kevin was in the car.
yeah.
We sat there after I revved. I didn't know what was what. He had like 6 kids with him, and what are we gonna do? I was outmanned, outnumbered. What do you want to do?
Because up until that point, up until then, you guys haven't no beef. You guys were at plenty of events, fine together. No issues.
I've kept my distance for one because I know myself, and I don't mean that like a tough guy. I know if it escalated, I mean, I would react. I'm very reactive, and you guys can say whatever you want about me. That's also your prerogative. I have a bit of a temper at times, and I don't like being disrespected. And then, so we got Wyatt here from New Zealand. I think it's the fact that you own a successful business and there should be a standard of maturity for your business sake, but respect your work. Guys, I can't walk around my life like being concerned that every move I make is going to affect my business when there's people on the internet talking shit about me. There's people on the internet creating lies about me. There's a video that we're going to talk about at 6 o'clock that put a huge damper on my life that was proven to be a large percentage of false. A large percentage of false. There was enough truths in there that, once again, because I didn't respond, you guys ate it up, hook, line, and sinker. That shit's behind me. You guys are going to get to hear all the juicy drama from that, and I hope we can do it in a timely manner. But this guy said something, and I lost it. But I want to get the information out there. I love to give you the data. I don't give a fuck either way. I'm good. I've for the first time in my life, been content with the cars I own. I've got a great collection of cars, building a house. I own the shop. I'm good. I don't need to go down this. I want to do it for the people who do support me and want to know what really went on back then. I think that's important because people who support me are going to stay quiet until they know.
And they don't know.
Until they have the data.
Yeah.
And the only video I've put out so far was the one the day after where I said, I don't know this person, what they claim.
I got to read some comments. I can't look at it on that. It's just my eyes don't work like that.
The window was not up. I had my window down about this much. It was also 40 degrees. I had my window enough so I could hear if someone said something. I'm just saying something about what somebody said. Want to talk about the 20% thing there, Cody?
Yeah, I just seen that.
Let's talk about why vandalize his SR20. You're not serious. You're not serious. Rudnick took that truck out of my shop while I was in Colorado the day after the drama. I never touched Rudnick's truck. If you want to blame me, you should go after Josh and Harmon Resto, who was in possession. I'll be honest, though, I didn't try to buy that fucking truck. I was offered that truck from Harmon Resto, and I tried to buy the fuck out of that truck.
You were close to get.
I was this close.
80% of. I don't got to read that out.
I tried to buy a shop. I never tried to buy any shop. What the fuck are they talking about? Trust me when I do not care about any shop he's ever been in. Those are all shitholes. Why the fuck would I do that? Who's starting that rumor?
Spin the wheel. The wheel is Tommy has this little wheel. You spin it, and it has like stuff on it that you do.
I didn't. Okay, this guy said something good. You stay away from him, but you try to buy his truck. I got a text. I was offered the truck for one
screaming deal,
and
anyone would buy it.
I was offered it
price.
for what he owed because he couldn't pay his fucking bill.
Leroy, we love Tommy. We have the way I've always looked at it is if Tom was such a bald guy, all the other
bad guy. All the other YouTubers wouldn't hanging around. Guys, I try to help people. I tried to help Rudnick. The 20% thing I love to talk about. I'll go into that in a second.
I always see it and I don't know what it means.
Okay, so
let me just say this first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tommy, out of everybody, I think blesses all of his closest friends like the most. Kevin.
He blessed me.
Kevin's the new guy in town.
Guys, I want to help
don't
people
even know yet.
that need help when I can, and I hope it gets returned if it ever needs to be returned.
Aiden, you're the man. Thank you, brother.
Tommy's funny as fuck. Don't change for anyone. I'll never change. I don't know how to. This guy goes, you'll find out, DJ. Kevin Lang. See, that's why we call you Kevin, because of these guys giving you a bad name. Kevin Lang. You'll find out, DJ. You will. So anyway, the 20% thing. So I was heard on video on a very small piece of context, or out of context, small piece of content, saying Rudnick's 20% was whatever the fuck I say it is. Yes. And I still believe that to this day. What I mean by that.
Oh, so they didn't like catch you slipping or like you'll die by that. Like That's
Yeah, it's 20% is what the fuck I say it is. So what I mean by that is like, if we have an agreement, if me and let's just zoom out. If me and DJ have an agreement and I say, I'll do this for 20%, someone said you should have done on your
I
OnlyFans.
know.
If I say you do this,
You're fucked. Go on. Sorry.
If I say, let's do this and you'll get 20%, and I give him 10 tasks to do and he does 5 of them. In an old business situation, he did not earn 20%. In that situation, I'd say, you're not getting 20%. What people hear or think they hear is me saying, I'm going to trick Rudnick into thinking I'm giving 20%, and I'm going to do the opposite. Now, if Rudnick was here right now, I'd say, Rudnick, how much did I give you? He probably wouldn't remember. But fortunately, I had to go through this whole process with an attorney. And Rudnick was given his 20%. He was given exactly 24% of the earnings from the movie. But what I was trying to do was what I always did. This wasn't the first time I said anything like this, and it wasn't the first time I did anything like this. Rudnick is very hard to motivate. You guys watch him on YouTube every day of your lives. Do you think that guy has a lot of motivation? There's 2 things that motivate him. One of them's money. The other one's on him to say. So if I need to motivate him, just like if a dog is food motivated, to motivate him to do tricks, you give him food.
A little treat.
Give him a little treat. Some dogs are motivated by toys, some, whatever. In this instance, it was money. So Rudnick had the things he had to do, and he didn't do any of them. He still got 20.
This is a good one.
24%. Tommy, is it real? You're a scammer. Guys, it wouldn't make sense for me to do things that I do. I'm not Peter Pan. So it doesn't make sense to do like, I got a good example that I don't really even want to bring up, but like I gave DJ a $3,000 set of seats for free.
Brids, yep.
I would have been stoked if you gave them away in the Civic, but I want you to have them. I wanted to use them. That's why I gave them to you.
That's why I didn't give them away.
That's why you didn't give them away. I wouldn't have been mad. They're yours, but I gave you them. It wouldn't make sense for me to steal $3,000 from somebody and then give DJ a set of $3,000 seats. I don't do that. What would make sense would be to do none of it and not give DJ seats and then not scam someone at $3,000. Done well over 10,000 transactions on the internet. Well.
The thing that concerns me, let's answer this quick.
Tommy always hearts my comments. Haven't had money to buy DJ's merch or Tommy's, but I highly support both creators. And Maddox, you're a G for quitting your job. Stay up. He got fired, fucker. So he didn't quit. He didn't quit shit. He got fucking fired. We'll talk about the giveaways too. So slow down there, peacocks. Yes. What's up with 12 card? Okay, this guy asked, but let's finish this first thing. What was it? What was the thing we were talking about?
Maddox's job, or
no, we were talking. I was talking about something with the 20%. So I was trying to dad him, which I always tried to do, and I told Rudnick when it was time to pay him, I'm not giving you the 20% because you didn't do what you're supposed to. There was a little tiff between us, but he understood. I did give him 20%. I never told him anything. I never told him anything else. I gave him a large sum of money. I mean, it wasn't crazy, but it was worth his week of work. For sure, worth his week of work. So, what the fuck ever. I don't even care if people believe that. I'm not insecure about that at all, especially with the information I know today, which we're going to start talking about at 6 o'clock. The information I know today, I wish I didn't give him a penny. I wish I didn't let him near my fucking life with the information that I have. And when you guys hear it, this dude is so, these people, I just said I'll talk about the 12 card giveaway in 20 seconds.
We'll get to it.
But
I'm not a drug dealer, and Maddox is Kevin. His real name is Maddox Kevin.
It's Maddox, by the way, but I like Madix. Maddox.
I'm not a drug dealer. No, I don't. Oh, these guys are gay in the 1990s.
Tommy, can I unplug this Xbox controller?
No.
Julian, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Come here, Hooch Pussy. Sell me that Evo on the Lolo. Look, it's corner balanced.
What did he say?
Sell me that Evo on the Lolo. I'm going to sell my Evo 5RS. Okay, so.
Not for the Lolo. 40 grand is not.
I'm a drug dealer. It's me, SJ. That guy's kind of funny. Okay, so here we go. 12 card giveaway. First of all, let's talk about everyone who said it. Hano, you're not a fucking person that entered the 12 card giveaway. Who else? How many other people we got? Hold on. How many other people we got? Wise, you didn't do it. Who else? Somebody says he made you. That's funny. I got to find more people saying it. Macy J8, you didn't do the 12 giveaways. Who else?
How do you know that? You could just because there was,
Because
like,
the people that were part of the 12 giveaways were emailed.
they were refunded.
No, there were 30 of them. There's 30 fucking people.
And everyone that comments it probably
Did not enter the 12 giveaways. They are not a 12 giveaway person. And if you can prove to me right now that you are and you want a refund, you are given one without question. The people who are know exactly what's going on. I am obligated to do 12 giveaways. I'll explain exactly what happened right now because it's just before 6. Mad dicks.
Do you want to touch base?
Somebody spent $2 to say that.
Yeah. Canada sucks. SJ, what do I want to touch base on? I'm going to touch base on this.
I've never heard about that.
Wait, what?
That one right there.
Okay. No, Ruddy didn't buy the WRX.
I don't know what he's talking about. I never even knew there was a WRX.
The car he used in the
I don't
car
know.
he used
I have
was
no idea.
I bought, and I don't remember how that deal went down, but I bought that car.
The WRX.
The WRX from the UK video trip.
Oh.
And Ruddy got that. And he still has it. Okay, so the 12 giveaways. Everyone should have not everyone should have been refunded. Everyone should have been contacted. And if you want a refund, that was perfectly fine. There's 30 people. In the worst of case scenarios, I would have to refund $9,000. Hold on a second. Actually, let's see what I got here. Maybe I got some money here. $9,000. You want to count that? Who else? Who else needs a refund here? What the fuck are we doing? No one asked for a refund. The reason the giveaways haven't gone down is because we restored an entire 240SX. It's outside. It's beautiful.
It's a sick car.
It's so good.
Upon completion, without the engine, which I'm super glad we didn't do that, I found that the car had a rebuilt title.
Which are a stand-up. Most people would probably just be like, the winner won't mind it. But
Yeah.
You
Well,
decided.
I mind it because I'd be called a scammer today. Oh, wait, there's some more money too. I'd be called a scammer today if
you were to give the car
I were to
away.
give the car away. I discovered at the end the car had a CA rebuilt title. The title had been washed. So if you Carfax that car, it has a rebuilt title. I didn't want to give away a car with a rebuilt title. Even though we fully restored the car and found
And can't see
we found
any
no evidence
sign.
of where it would be damaged enough to get a rebuilt title. Nowhere. Except for kind of like when I lit the master cylinder on fire, but
Oh,
that was
before
me.
it was before it was painted.
before it
yeah.
was painted, I did some burnouts and lit the master cylinder on fire. So that car took like a long time to restore.
It's
We
a lot of
painted
work.
it, all 180SX stuff. We redid everything. It doesn't have an engine in it. It's sitting outside. I don't know what to do with it. I'll probably just end up selling it. But that's why when I went to Japan, I purchased the Pulsar. Pulsar is going to replace the 180 when it lands.
Which is a sick ass car.
Super clean car. It's actually worth more than the 240 that I have outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Similar.
it's super clean, really good
Yeah,
spec.
they got 240.
And that was it. That was it. There's
So the
no
giveaways will for those.
yeah,
of you who
they're
wanna-
not going anywhere.
They're
And to be fair, there's 30 people and they don't give a fuck because they're waiting for the next giveaway.
that
And
answers
one of
that.
them will probably win because out of the 5 we've done, I want to say 3 or 4 of the people
Have
were
asked for a refund.
were the people, winners were the people that did the yearly giveaway.
Oh, so once they win, they
No, they're still in,
Oh, I
but I'm
see.
saying there's
I see.
30 people. Somehow, because of the odds that you had when you did it, 3 of the 5, I believe, it's either 2 or 3 of the 5 were the yearly people. Because you paid $300, you got 5x entries, you got free shipping, and then it stacked entries. So if we did like a live stream where we did the spinner, let's just say we got a multiplier of 30, those people got a multiplier of 90 because
see.
theirs were multiplied on top of the multiples. That's how it had to be done per the contract. That's not me.
So the giveaways will fire up once the car lands in the U.S. and I'm sure
Yeah,
they will continue.
Yeah, I mean, we've done 5 of the 12 or 6 of the 12.
That's great that you're answering these because these are the comments that I constantly see in
It's
the
just
videos.
it's
So
because these
good
people
to
have no
clear
lives
the
and
air.
they're not the people who are involved. That's the crazy thing.
You guys could call this a drama thing. It's just to like clear the air and just
Someone
speak on concerns. Tommy's not adopting anybody, I don't think, anytime soon. Please
look,
give-
Willie J, which he said, I'm one of the 30 Tommy and I'm sticking with you. Guys.
See? Oh, that's one of 30 right
There
there.
you go.
He's in there. Cool. He ain't talking shit, motherfucking you.
Yeah. Someone said, Will this 25% tax? Yeah, it might fuck up my 34 actually with what's going on.
And 25% tax on 100 plus is
150 grand,
I wasn't gonna say the
25% tax,
number.
but it's also a compounding tax, so it's 27%. So on 100 grand, it's 27 grand, and then on another 50, it's 13.5. So it's a lot of money. It's 40 grand on top of the price of the car.
You buy me a boat, I'll go over there, bring it over.
Okay,
Load
yeah.
it up,
For
bring it back.
50
Me and
grand,
Kevin,
it
that's what I'm
might be
saying.
worth it.
Get us
buy
a
you
boat, gas card, we're good. Please give DJ the green RB covers. He's not gonna let those go. But thank you, Jay, for that.
Mike Bridges said, "Bro, I bought 300 for the giveaway. I don't remember getting an email. Send me another. Email us. We'll email you back. Clearly, it's going to your spam. It's better to respond." Who's the meth head on the sofa? Good eye. That's Kevin.
What?
That's
Good
crazy.
eye.
He's been working all day. He's been
been
busting his ass. Why does scum, whoever that is, always call out your work? Because I think he has a Skyline shop too, and just if you own a shop that have the same.
Well, not only that, you're going to find out. It's about 6 o'clock. You're going to find out pretty soon his involvement in everything that's going on because I'm allowed to speak on it. What happened to Breezy? You tell me.
That's advertisement.
So what actually happened, why it's on sale, they have to change the can. They have to change the name. We got a little bit in some trouble. The name the copyright for the name was Noka Breezy. We just have to correct it. It's very simple.
Tommy build restore a Civic EK9. He
Never
already
had
did that and he hated it.
It was an EG.
EG.
Oh no, I had the EK
No,
Civic Type R.
Yeah.
I hated it. What I do is video series on the back end of the shop, like the business side.
Go drink an energy drink.
Give me some water while you're out there.
Dude.
Go get me some water.
I'm about to take a nap.
Kevin.
Dude, please, Kev.
So the white GTI R is going to be the next giveaway. We're waiting for it to ship. I hope that doesn't fuck up the tariffs. That's not that bad though. Like on that car was 24,000, so it'll be like
under 30, 28.
Yeah, it'll be 20. No, it'll be 25. So it's 2,500 for every 10. So that's $5,000 right there. 24 would be another $1,000. So it's $6,000. It'd be exactly 30 grand. That's fucking crazy.
Trump, I'm not.
Will never worked for me, but I did do a live stream with Will. That was pretty interesting. Or not a live stream, a podcast that I haven't done because it was a little too spicy. So I didn't upload it. What happened to Josh? Oh, you want to talk? Thank you. That's a full ass glass.
What do you think? I'm gonna give you half one? That is something I would do, probably.
Exactly. So, what do you want to talk about with old Josh?
It was sexy and Grubby and Steve at the event. Always love running into them. They don't come by as much because they're just busy with their work. They don't. I get it. Adulting.
You will see videos on my second channel. I've got like 30 stacked
Videos.
Yeah, on the NLA channel, all Porsche stuff.
Mhm.
Just because I want to document stuff.
Yeah, you got to upload them.
I know. So anyway, now Mad Dicks clip together Tommy and DJ with a padlock. That would suck.
Dude, I should do that.
I saw someone make fun of our gauges. That's kind of a crazy thing to say.
Made fun of who?
They were like gauges. LOL.
Did you guys notice that DJ matched his gauges to his engine bay at the LZ World Tour? He was wearing chrome gauges to match his chrome cover.
Chrome hearts, everything. Yes,
It was
you
sick.
got it.
This guy goes,
Kev.
"Hey
Thank you
Tommy,
for
big
pointing
sit
that
back
out.
down. You're making me
Yeah,
uncomfortable."
he's just standing right there.
Hey Tommy, big fan, DJ fan. Also, well, he's not a big fan of you, but he's a. Hey Tommy, big fan, DJ. Damn, I read it wrong. He is a big fan. Okay, Black Evo 5 DJ playing again. I wish DJ would get an Evo.
Yeah, they're cool.
I could see him drive one.
I'm fuckboy enough to drive an Evo.
Why is R32 called Godzilla and not King Kong?
Hmm.
That seems like a trap. I'm not answering that. I don't know what the fuck.
I want nothing to do with that question.
DJ, paint the Sylvia Cage bronze. That'd be sick. But he's not keeping those wheels on there.
They're gone.
Hey guys, hate from Florida. I love that. Old man Loki. Shout out Loki. Don't skip the
True.
Josh question.
What up, Loki?
So the Josh question is a very deep question, but we have to stop when someone pays because they're paying for us to give them attention. So Maddox, your job is going to be to keep track of where we were in our story if someone sends money. But
That's perfect.
it's a two-part story that also includes our good friend Peter, Big Pete. Rich Pete. What other names has he got?
Baco
Baco.
Garage.
Okay, so let's talk about old Pete. So and Josh. So first and foremost,
You're going deep.
I'm going deep. This is actually a crazy story that I love, and I'm really good at telling.
I love hearing news stories.
You've heard this one though. So one day I'm here at the shop. Josh is out in the shop, and I get a phone call from Pete, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And at this point, me and Pete aren't very cool for a multitude of reasons, which I'll get into. And he's like, his first question is, "Have you been?" I gotta block somebody first. Hold on. Have you been paying Josh? Was the first he didn't even say hi. I'm like, dude, first of all, it's none of your fucking business. But yes, of course I've been paying Josh. Why? What's up? And he goes, someone said give $5 to Maddox. Here, Maddox.
Thanks, Tommy.
And he goes, well, Josh has lived here now for 14 months.
Oh, didn't pay rent.
And I just found out he hasn't paid rent one time.
I've heard this story.
So I was like, what are you talking about? Build an EF9 Civic. I'll never do that. Neither will DJ. They're garbage. And so I go, what do you mean he hasn't paid rent? And he goes, well, someone said, Tommy, Maddox, give Tommy the $5 back. Sorry, dude. You guys fucked him. Now someone's got to pay to get it back to him.
You suck.
So, give this to Maddox again. Fuck.
Shout out them.
Shout out them.
Shout out.
Hold on. So I gotta finish this story.
Don't get
I gotta finish this fucking story. So,
All right.
so Pete's like, he's never paid rent. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Whatever. Sounds crazy. Rent is whatever the fuck Pete says it is. So I'm like, you gotta call Josh. I don't know what the fuck you're calling me. So anyway, the story continues, and the story from Josh was that he was getting Western Union money orders, which I don't know if anyone under the age of 60 uses.
Western Union.
What is that?
Yeah, it's like a
It's like a money service where you can give cash and then they do like a internet transaction and you can pick up cash at a Western Union. It was pre-internet.
Oh, okay.
It was so if your kid was trapped in Connecticut while they're
I
from
get it.
Chicago, you can give them $500. They would take a fee and you'd be on the road.
yeah.
If you've ever watched like that movie with Zach Galifianakis and fucking Robert Downey Jr.
Double and give it to the next.
Yeah.
Give
Give
the
the $5 back, son of a bitch. It's not $5, it's 50. So
I don't mean.
yeah.
Don't lose track.
Yeah, so
I wanna
Western
hear it
Union-
again.
Yeah, I'm gonna start over. So
No, don't start
I'm
again.
gonna start over from Western Union. So Western Union, he was saying he was getting checks from Western Union, slipping them in the door at night, and obviously that was a fabricated fucking story. So Josh had lived there for 14 months and never paid Pete a dime of rent. At this point, Josh was already moving out. So the way Pete discovered it is even fucking crazier. Pete went down to the lady in the downstairs and said to her, hey, lady downstairs, I'm going to call her Linda. Hey, Linda, Josh borrowed money from me about 8 months ago. Josh borrowed $4,000 from him to buy a car, the Xterra that he was driving. He sold the Civic, and he was driving an Xterra with a busted exhaust. Pete gave him $4,000.
Is this bad on Josh's side or Pete's side?
It's bad on Josh's for now.
I like Josh though.
Josh? The guy, the stinky guy? My old tech?
Josh, Vegas Josh.
You know, he sucks. You got to be out of your fucking mind. Okay, you can like him. That doesn't matter. So Josh borrowed
Josh is a
$4,000
dude.
and never paid Pete. So Pete went down to Linda and said, or when Josh did the deal with Pete, Pete said, okay, I'll give you $4,000. Just throw a couple bucks in extra rent and it'll pay back. Pete was being like a really nice guy. Gave Josh a place to live. Josh was supposed to pay rent. And then to pay Pete back, Josh was supposed to put $400, $500, $600 in his rent check. And when he got the $4,000, everything would be good. Pete doesn't give a fuck
Give me
about the
those
money.
glasses, please.
No. You could put a set on.
Go on.
You're fucking me.
No, keep going
So Josh borrows $4,000. Was supposed to give Linda a couple bucks. Was supposed to pay Pete rent. Never paid Pete rent, and never paid Pete back for the $4,000. So Josh owed Pete about $14,000.
Okay. Are you telling me? Yeah, I'm listening.
You're not.
No, I am.
So
14 grand. Josh owed Pete.
Josh owed Pete. He never paid him. That was it.
Oh,
So
okay.
Pete started
Welcome.
coming around here and making Josh uncomfortable. And I didn't really like Pete's sons either. because they're fucking nightmares. So I said to Pete, you can't come here. Hold on. I said to Pete, you can't come here and fuck with Josh. This is his place of work. It's my business. If you want to fuck with him, the moment he hits 202,
Get him right
you
there.
can fucking smash him with your F-350, push him into the woods, rip him out of the car.
Yeah, the F-350.
Pete does, yeah.
Yeah,
Pete's got
that's
450,
a good
250.
truck.
But while he's on these
7.3?
grounds, no, he's got a new one, dickhead.
Oh.
While he's on these grounds,
Off limits. This is like a
yeah, it's his home, right?
There's a word for it. You could go there if
Safe
you're like
space,
wanted.
base,
Nope,
tag, base. I'm a base.
I forgot.
A sanctuary,
Sanctu-
asylum state, a sanctuary state.
I don't know, but if you're wanted, they can't go in there and get you.
It's like a church is the only place I think they can do that back in like the fucking 40s
Yeah.
and beyond. But anyway, so Josh never paid Pete. Kevin looks like Jimmy Neutron became a mechanic. I don't know.
I would take that as a compliment.
Place of work, embassy. Fit that in your ear. Keeps interrupting. I'm gonna off myself. Yeah, DJ, dude, keep
My bad.
interrupting.
I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, I know. You just hold on to him because we'll get to him. So anyway, I said that to Pete. Pete got tight. Me and Pete were already not cool. I'll sum that up quickly because there's a lot of rumors about that nonsense, which is actually really funny. Pete, me and Pete weren't cool because when I tried to buy this building, Pete wanted to be involved. He's kind of like a real estate guy. And the deal he was trying to give was absurd. We cut him out of the deal because the deal was absurd. He tried to go around us. And from that moment on, obviously he's untrustworthy, and I didn't fuck with him anymore. He had some equipment here, and he had also been involved with Josh being here. So
All the dirt.
and I'm going to tell him about the Supra too, that's a fun story that I haven't touched
Ooh, I
on.
remember
The Supra is
that.
great.
That was a cool car.
And it's a great story. So anyway,
Why are we talking about Pete? Was he brought up?
it's all the drama. I'm just trying to get it all out. Somebody brought up Josh.
Oh,
And
okay.
Pete was getting Josh. Why doesn't Josh work here? Josh doesn't work here because he's running away from a $14,000 debt. He was also a terrible tech at times. He was just a terrible person.
He was a great tech, I thought.
No.
I mean, I wasn't here,
He was good,
but
he had to be babysat. Very babysat. Like I had to be like this on his neck to get him to do anything. But he was good. He was decent.
you had to breathe on his neck.
Breathe right on, like breathe down his neck. So anyway, now Pete's gonna
sue
Pete
you.
had some.
Careful, someone says Pete's gonna sue you
Pete absolutely cannot sue me
for defamation.
He can't sue me. He cannot sue me. There's a reason Pete can't sue me, because we had a contract that basically fuck Pete and release me from everything because Pete was a scumbag in the situation. I'm not even going to get into that. It's all in. He can't sue me. I'm good.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about that. But also, I didn't really say anything bad about Pete yet.
You called him a scumbag just now.
Scumbag is an opinion. I can call him anything I want. I just can't accuse him of being something or breaking the law.
You could tell them real life stories of what happened.
To me. Now, in it, all right, I've got a huge thing with defamation. So this is actually pretty interesting for all you guys.
Let's answer that one quick, though.
You're not
going to like that one.
No, he's got 50.
He said another.
So if it's not a lie, it's not defamation.
picking it off
Also,
the
if it's just
ground.
like scumbag or loser or dork, like you can't get defamation. You can get defamation for calling someone a scammer, a thief, a pedophile, any criminal thing. You can get defamation for.
So you could be richer than you are now if you took the time to pay attention to all the people. And
Yeah, if I went there and like
Hunting
found them, there are people that are like, there's like criminal or like career litigants that just do that. They'll just look for constant lawsuits to have.
they'll
And
go
it's-
outside.
Dude, there's
take
people.
pictures
There's a
and
guy. I think one of the guy who's the richest litigant in the world right now is worth 20 million. It's all lawsuit money.
That's smart because he takes it 20%.
20% of whatever the fuck he says he
He gets 20% whatever he sues them for. So if he can pinch them, then get them. Anyway,
Pete 60. We don't care exactly, but I'm just telling the Pete thing. So the super story.
super story. Yeah,
Okay, so people say I own cars that aren't mine. There's 2 cars in history that's ever happened to.
Wait, let me answer this. The Supra, the brown Supra.
Sort of. And Ian's RX-7. Those are the 2 cars that were mine that weren't mine. Ian's RX-7, Ian tried to give that to me multiple times. I just wanted to build it for him. I just wanted the content. I wanted to build it for him. Wasn't mine. I don't even know when I stopped saying it was mine or if I ever said it was mine or we got this is probably the term I used. But that car didn't even get that much play. I didn't do anything on the channel. I built it in 1 video or 2 videos.
Just for him, like he wanted
Just
to
for
do stuff,
him,
he
yeah.
couldn't do it.
Exactly.
So you did it.
So
are you and Ian close now? I don't know if you
no,
want to get into
we're
that.
not close. Well, we speak. I'm speaking to her. I call him right now and answer his phone. And I'll explain to you why. So the Supra story is my favorite story. It was a Friday night in July. Me and Pete were cool. Pete always had cash. He had it in a cereal box.
Shout out, Brad.
What's wrong?
He had it in a cereal box.
Yeah.
So this Friday I found the Supra. It was 6 o'clock. I had to go to Watertown and buy it. It was 30 minutes from here. Crazy Supra. I needed the cash. I called Pete. I'm like, yo, I want to go look at the Supra. You want to go? Pete's like, yeah, let's go. I said, there's a catch. I'm going to need about $37,000 cash because I want to buy it. I didn't want to lose the deal. And I couldn't go to
it, or you wanted to split it. Did he
No, I wanted it for me. That was my car. That's why I wanted to buy that. I wanted an
Okay.
Anthracite Supra.
So he had the money. He
He had the
with,
cash. Like just like if you needed cash right now, I just
late night.
yeah.
Banks are
If you need cash,
closed.
I'll give you cash. I mean, I've done it for probably all you motherfuckers. Thousands of dollars.
It's over 20.
Yeah, like thousands of dollars. So that's what people do when they're friends, you know. But regardless, he's like, yeah, I got you. Came in with a cereal box. If you find the guy, you can ask the guy. He probably remembers the cereal box. Pretty memorable thing. When we got back, Pete kept the title and stuff because he had the cash.
Had the money, yeah.
He had the cash. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. It's 35 grand.
He didn't keep the title.
Dude, you want to look through my text? I've got hundreds of texts. I'm like, yo, I need that title. I'm not touching this car.
The car. You found it.
After I got it, I told him how good of a deal it was.
He paid for it. He was like, I think that would look better in my garage. I didn't know that.
Make the guy give back Tommy the 50. This is a funny 50. So yeah, so that was it. That was the whole deal. So I put the wheels on it. Guess who didn't get the wheels? Pete, because they were mine. I did all the shit to that. Anything that I put into that, I took back from that car.
I remember that because it was at your old shop. It came here. You had to change some stuff before he picked it up.
Because he refused to give me the
So
title.
you found the deal. He paid the cash.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Never gave me the title back. I mean, he's a slime ball.
I could see that would cause some conflict in any really like.
It was always on the back of an itch because, dude, 35 grand. Like, come on.
It was that brown. I don't know. It's
Anthracite. It's 1A1. And I manual swapped it on my dime. I did all that shit. So he had to actually pay me for that stuff because he never did the title thing. He kept the title, whatever.
That's fucked.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care. Supras
No,
or
I know.
whatever.
I know, but you liked it at the time and it was a cool car. You found it, but
anyway.
That's juicy.
Somebody said that it's 100% bricked up. DJ looked.
Yeah, someone said we don't talk about Reddit anymore. Y'all get a life. We're getting some real juice right now. I mean, guys, I'm just talking about the shit that you guys all talk about. I can't come up with this shit off the top of my head right now. This is all real. I just don't give a fuck about it. Like, what do I care about the Supra? I have an 800 horsepower R33. I don't need a stock Supra. I don't care about that car.
No, I know.
It was originally auto. I would have had to swap the tunnel to make it a manual. It was a shit show. I never did it. Pete ended up doing it. Pete ended up selling the car for cheap, like 65 grand. After putting all this money, he made $0. It was dumb. The whole thing was dumb. Tommy, give Kev the real winner here is fucking DJ because you guys are paying him to make me pass $50 around. So anyway, Maddox, what happened with your old job?
I wish there was more of those jobs. Oh, okay, you tell that first. Go ahead.
He got fired.
Well, he wanted to get fired, I think.
No, I knew it was probably going to happen. It's not that I wanted it to, but I put in a 2 weeks vacation.
He left for 3 months.
And we tried to make it back in 2 weeks. It didn't happen. So then my boss let me go. I was there for 2 years. I was a good worker.
Which before he left, he cleaned up. He made it sure it was nice and easy for when he came back. When he got fired, it was easy to clean everything up.
Yeah, well, he had his boy go pick up his toolbox.
No. So I made sure to put everything inside my toolbox that was mine. Clean my whole area up in case something would help it happen.
It's every fucking time.
What is that?
So anyway,
wait, things still cool.
I was about to answer that.
Okay. I think Rob
all right. So things still cool with Rob Spaghetti. I'll tell you the spaghetti story. Who gives a fuck?
He seems like a sick dude. After I seen him in that
running
video,
the car, but it wasn't him driving. He was always in the passenger seat, filming, taking other fucking people's content.
It takes balls.
Oh, you're talking about the Matt Farah one.
The Matt Farah
that
one.
actually was sick.
That was sick.
I gotta give it to DJ.
No.
It said the DJ, and then back
DJ
to
got the
Kevin.
$50.
And then
I'll-
back to Kevin.
I'll
So
double
give
it.
back.
I'll double it and give it to Tommy.
All right, so spaghetti. So what happened with spaghetti? This is so dumb. I stored for Eddie Supra for like 10 months, had it fixed, trailered it all over Connecticut. 2 years after he towed my GTR home from Vegas, he tried to send me a fucking invoice. After he got his Supra back from my shop, I said, "Fuck you! I'm not paying your invoice because I did all this shit for you, and you told me we were straight, and I didn't need to pay for the tow back because he had a 3-car wedge with 1 car on it, and he towed Rob Dom's car there. So he said, my trailer's empty. You can throw your car on there. I did. I got an $1,800 invoice, and I said, fuck you, and that was it. I'm not paying him for that. And if you tell me to give Maddox a 50 and you don't pay $1, you ain't gonna have it for you.
Thanks. I appreciate the support, guys. I am.
So it was
No,
just
but-
over. You didn't pay an invoice.
Give Kev 100. Pass it
What is
over.
$39.99?
That's a lot of money.
You're too loud.
Sorry, I'm excited.
He's yelling.
No. The color dictates what it is. It's under $5 in whatever their money is.
It's probably pesos.
Look, $2 is blue. $39.99 in ZAR is blue.
I'll
Then you'll
take
see
that.
$5 is green. That is sub $5.
Well, it's okay. I got the $50.
So Matt Farah decorates his office like episode
Dude,
9.
shut up. Farrah's the fucking
I was just
homie.
reading it.
I don't know. I'm
I
saying,
think
dude,
he's
shut
a-
up to that guy.
Oh, I think that dude is sick. Got sick cars, sick place, shreds. Cause he was the one in the spaghetti video too, right?
Yeah,
Aren't they
he was
like-
the guy in the other car.
Gangster video.
I'll do that with you right now.
Crazy.
If you want to do that.
Crazy.
The who gets pulled over for shit. That was crazy.
Unbelievable. They did that.
ZAR is South African rand. It's like $2 at the most.
By the way, I didn't have a seatbelt on as the cop was walking by him.
Yeah, he tells him. By the way, my seatbelt was on. He's just like trying to finish the deal. That was G.
Legendary.
Dumb Jack. Maddox
Uh,
needs some electrolytes.
Tell me, isn't it?
No, don't read
That's
that.
it, I did it.
Tommy, give Kevin $1 for every push-up he does.
I'll do 100 push-ups if I can.
He'll do 100 if he can, guys. So be careful.
Mr. OEM plus legend.
Thank
In,
you.
Real.
in the building.
Real.
Okay.
These comments are getting good.
Okay. So the Rudnick story.
I wish more of those people from that other thread. What's it? They
What are you talking about?
Reddit.
Reddit.
What about him?
I don't know. Someone was sending me like they were just like firing off or something. Like they're not. It doesn't seem like they're in here, but they're probably watching.
No,
us.
they're here. They're just quiet because they.
Kevin,
They're
is Tommy your
scared.
foster dad?
What's Anton's beef with you just running? I don't know that Anton's beef with me. I don't know. Anton was here the night Josh tried to sneak out the back with his toolbox, and Anton didn't say anything. I have no issue with Anton. What you have to remember though is why are we doing stand-ins and I'm the pussy? If I say DJ, I want to fight you, and he goes, no, you got to fight Mike G. That
that's
doesn't make any
weird.
fucking sense. If Rudnick wants to fight me, he can fight me. I have beef with Rudnick.
You don't have
I-
no beef with Ant.
I don't. He's
The
just
only
a-
beef you probably have with him is because probably Rudnick's his boy, and he probably.
I don't like him. I wouldn't hang out with him. I want to go to dinner with him. But
Yeah.
prior to that, Anton and I were perfectly fine.
Perfect.
But now he wants to be tough for you guys. But I don't care. The thing is, I'm not going to jeopardize myself to fight Anton when I
When
don't
you
have beef
have
with
an issue
Anton.
with him. Yeah, that's silly.
If you want me to have an issue with him, like, sorry, I'm not gonna.
They asked if you were my foster dad, Tommy.
I'm not.
He's not. He wishes he could. Be
I
though.
feel like
Anton offered 15. What?
I
Bless
feel-
Kev money wise.
I've seen this a lot.
Guys, how is that not a pussy move? Everyone's calling me a pussy in your video. How's it not a pussy move to say, I'm not going to fight you, but my friend Anton will?
Yeah,
I don't
that's just
understand
like-
that.
You got a fast car? My uncle.
You
he's
know
got a
what?
fast car,
You know what,
right?
actually? You know what I'll do? All right, I'll fight Anton. I got to stand in.
No,
I got Platinum
Whoa.
Mike Perry in my phone. Should I call Platinum Mike Perry? He can stand in for me since we're doing this
Oh,
weird
yeah, we'll do
avatar
a
fight.
Tap it. What's that?
I'll be
called?
on the side going, hit him in the face, and Perry will hit him in the face, and then Running will go, choke him out. And then, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's a
If you guys
good
want,
analogy.
it's fucking stupid.
Okay.
I don't care
feel
about
like I feel
takeovers.
like I should address this. I keep seeing it in the chat. I thought I explained it in my videos. Okay, so I got my shop. Dagnell needed space, a space to rent from.
Oh, they're talking about Dag now.
Yeah, they want to know what happened to him, and I thought I clarified it. But long story short, he was under the impression when I had the shop that I would eventually grow or fail, however you want to look at it, and I would outgrow the shop. So 2025 rolls around. I have more cars. I have more projects. I have more
You have an employee.
ideas. I have an employee. Yes. So I needed the space. And he always understood it wasn't permanent and he would eventually have to find his own place. So
You gave him a spot for a long time for dirt cheap. Guys, if
yeah,
there's beef there, it doesn't make any sense. No one cares. I talked to Dagnell today. He didn't say anything to me about it. He's never said anything to me about it. If he feels some type of way, I felt some type of way too before. It's just on you. And if I said something to Dagnell, I'd say, dude, you were guys. He was paying $300 a month. You were blessing him for years. I would be mad if I lost that shop space for $300 a month too. But at the end of the day, it's not the biggest shop.
I don't feel any type of way about it. There was no beef. I didn't think there was any beef, but I went on my Instagram the other day and I think that he blocked me and Jimmy. I'll go out and say that because a lot of people think that I unfollowed him. That wasn't the case.
But I also think that could be from people stirring shit up and whatnot.
Saying stuff. I don't know what people are getting back to him. I've never talked shit about Dagnell. We've been friends since middle school. It's unfortunate that I haven't heard from him since he's left the shop. I didn't think things were gonna end that way or be that way.
It happens. I've lost so many friends through this YouTube shit that I had for my whole life.
It's unfortunate.
It happens.
It's super shitty. I didn't think something like that would cause that, but yeah, I just outgrew the shop and I told him I needed the space, which I gave him like 3 months notice. He took it upon himself to pack up all his stuff and leave in, I guess you could say, 2 weeks. He probably felt some type of way. It wasn't an easy decision for me to make. I didn't want him to leave, but that's basically the whole issue right there.
Someone said thoughts on the takeover scene. I don't even want to talk about that. It's funny to watch.
I
videos,
love the reels.
It's trash.
I love the reels. I think it's stupid.
They want to know what's the Ruddy Roberto shit. Apparently, face tats and a few others are involved. That's why we're here. At the end of the day, what you just said is why we're here. So,
this is good. This is
going great.
This is great.
2,359 people. Let's get those thumbs up because I think we only have like a couple thumbs. We have no thumbs. How do we have
guys
no?
that got me $52.
Wait, we have no thumbs? Is likes like off or something?
Fuck, I just lost the chat. All right, so
spill all the beans. You and
Tommy playing with the Nismo cock rings. They're actually cell phone like magnet things.
Somebody told you to get an old logo Nismo tramp stamp.
I have one.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Where?
Tramp stamp, dude. It's on your lower back.
Did you scare Ruddy to Florida? I doubt that's why he went to Florida. He's
we could talk about that.
Back and forth.
I slapped him in the face that night, the day before he left for Florida, because he disrespected me. And just like the Rev bomb thing, I tried to escalate the situation. I did it kind of soft. I would do it to you right now. You wouldn't even be upset. But I did it to test him because he was disrespecting the fuck out of me. And he didn't want to do that anymore. And he stopped and he moved his shit out and we weren't cool. We talked it over. We were chill again. And while he was in Florida, he came back and moved into my shop. That's the fucking whole thing with Rudnick. I kicked him out of my shop, similar to a Dagnell situation, but it was I gave Rudnick.
Dagnell.
You didn't slap him. I gave Rudnick some time as well. He waited till the night before the 31st, and then he tried to go to Jersey and do some other shit. And I said, dude, you got to be out of here by tomorrow. He stayed up all night. He moved all his shit to my other shop, which is a funny story in itself because Ian was involved in the other shop. And Rudnick moved there and kept the shit there for a few months, moved to Florida, and I made it easy for him because he had no other options. We were perfectly fine. Even after it was this. Give me your hand. It was this.
Watch your pinky.
That's all I did to him. If that doesn't get you going, we're not going to fight. But if you're pissed,
it would have probably pissed me off.
You're going to throw hands with that little. I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want to throw the first punch, but I was done getting disrespected. My words weren't getting through.
You were fed up.
It's fed up. So anyway, that's it. What do my kids think of me? They think I'm super funny.
A boss.
Super cool. They actually said I'm cooler than their mom because I can 360 flip. I can bunny hop a
We
bike.
were just talking about.
He
We were
can't
just
do
talking-
a 360 flip. He almost did a 360 flip.
Dude, I get 360 flip.
He
It-
didn't land it though.
No, but I can do it.
He could. Maybe give him like a whole day. He'll do
Face tats
more.
ain't gonna fight anyone. So let's talk about face tats. I ran into face tats in the grocery store not too long ago in the produce aisle, and I'd seen him talking shit on Reddit, and he lives right down the road. So when I ran into him, I said to him, "What's up, motherfucker?" from across the produce aisle. And now, mind you guys, I'm not gonna get into Jeff. I've known Jeff a long time. He's known me in the worst time of my life.
Someone said, "Yo, you're
You don't. You can ask Jeff whatever you want about me and how he would handle an altercation with me. Okay, that's all I'll say. So I said, "What's up, motherfucker?" He looked down in his shoes. I went over to him. I said, "You've been talking an awful lot on the internet. Why don't you have anything to say right now?" There's an old lady about 6 feet away. He goes, "Can we please not do this here?" I said, "Well, we could do it outside if you'd prefer." He didn't respond to that. I said, "What the fuck's your problem?" I went into some shit. At the end of the conversation, basically he apologized. He talked a little bit shit about Tyler, and I said, "Cool, keep my name out of your mouth," and I walked away. That's it. So then when he commented on Reddit recently, I said, "Next time I run into the grocery store, we'll talk about it." He was actually saying some shit about Jack, not me, because he knows better. And he said, "I didn't say anything disparaging about you and Jack." And I said, "That's not what I heard about the phone calls you were having 2 years ago with 5 other people on the phone." You can guess who the 5 other people were. Rudnick, Ian, Roberto, somebody, and Jeff, all on the phone. And Jeff's response wasn't, "That didn't happen." It was, "Why are we talking about things that happened years ago?" Which gives validation to the next thing I'm going to tell you, which was told to me from Huracan Ian's own mouth.
You're gonna get into that.
I guess I can.
So they were like a cult.
Yeah, they
They-
were a group of
and
Tommy haters, which I see them for. That's pretty funny. They all came together to hate me. It was like a club. They could have spent their time doing something more productive, I'm sure. How's Ty doing? Is he still free? I have no idea. I haven't talked to Tyler in three years, maybe more.
Were they successful with their operation?
For a
It
short
did
time,
slow you down a
it
little.
slowed me the
Yeah.
fuck down. Jesus Christ!
Because right when we went to Japan, it was like that time, and it was
We went to Colorado. It was like a day before we went to Colorado. Remember we went to Slush?
yeah,
It was a cool event, but that sucked.
that was a
Kevin,
cool
you
event.
call your boss back yet?
Maybe Kevin should call his boss up.
When
you
are you
guys-
gonna say? Hold on.
No.
We got one. I gotta respond to this idiot.
Yeah.
Pay me money RN right now. I assume that means
Right
not
now,
registered
right now,
nurse.
right
What did
now.
I say?
Right, yes, you
Yeah.
said, that's what I mean.
Not registered nurse. Handing you your career. I would like to say that Rudnick put me on for sure. But if you guys listen to the story, you can see somebody who's very opportunistic taking an opportunity. I met a kid who couldn't rent space. I called him the next day and said, "I'll give you space to rent if you help me with my YouTube channel," after staying up all night watching his trash videos. And from that moment on, it was supposed to be symbiotic. And that was it. I wouldn't say he gave me my career, but he definitely put me in a position to do so.
Holy.
Tommy, what's your hiring process like? Do you look for qualified people or just hiring friends or whatever? Seems like you can't find these people. I've got a really good crew right now.
Yeah, I would say it's
But you
pretty solid.
got to realize, like, just like any of you who work at McDonald's, which I'm sure a lot of the shit talkers do, common denominator is Tommy. Yeah, the common denominator is I don't let people fuck with me. That's the common denominator. But anyway, you McDonald's workers, I'm sure you've left jobs before, just like anywhere else. Like, no one really owes me anything. So if they find a better opportunity, a place closer to them, their mom opens a Skyline Restoration Shop, whatever it is, that's business. That's how normal businesses work.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't know anyone who stayed at a job for 30 years of my life.
Your ex-employee was here today picking up his box. You guys were
Talking to me, he left his box here for 2 months.
Yeah, just
Let me use it.
talking
That
about his
box got
car,
ran
this and
through.
that.
His box got ran through, but it's all good now. Yeah,
So I mean,
we're good,
It
guys.
is what it is.
You gotta. And then this guy gave $5 for no reason. He just put a thing.
try again.
Somebody said to bless me money wise again, and they sent money.
Tommy's been blessing
He's
Kevin
blessed me
ever
enough.
since he's been in CT, which has been
So check this out. All the
lot.
friends you've had on videos over the years are gone. Wonder who the problem is. The only people that stick around are the ones that are down with what you don't show online. Guys, do you think the DJ Dagnell thing is a big deal? Do you think that they shouldn't be friends after they've been friends from middle school? They're not. Do you think DJ's a problem? Do you think no one's a problem? It's situations. Do this when you have friends. Little situations. Not talking about Dagnell. Little jealousies. Not talking about Dagnell. Shops that they lose that are really inexpensive because the other person is getting success. Not talking about Dagnell. I'm kind of there, but that's what happens. There's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of stuff. All I ever want to do is bring my friends along with me and pay them and help them and have them have their own thing on the side. And I was asked to basically in every situation, give more and do more and all that stuff. And honestly, it's not how it works. What? I want to
Someone
say
says
Kevin wants to do
he wants me to do
push-ups.
I'm tired, guys. I'm not doing push-ups.
Dagnell's a homie.
Get back to the point. The phone calls and what Rudnick.
Okay, so back to all that. So Jeff confirmed these phone calls while speaking with Ian and trying to settle our dispute, which I'm going to say it here first. Ian and I had a dispute. I didn't know we had a dispute until the video was dropped about me, completely blindsided me. I didn't know the dispute was where the dispute was at. But Ian and I had a dispute. The dispute was a sum of money that he believed he was owed and a sum of money that I believe he was owed. That was the dispute. And I'm going to be real fucking quick with this. I asked him to get me something in writing multiple times. For one, it wasn't supplied. I don't know about you guys. If things are getting legal, things need to be in writing. If someone's changing a dollar amount constantly, that's a problem. So if someone says it's 180, let's just say it was 180. If I gave him 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand, would it go to the 180? It needs to be in writing so that he says 180, I send 80, I owe 100, I send 20, I owe 80. That's how those things work. I was never giving a number in writing because it was too convoluted. It was a fucking mess. There was shops involved that he rented, the one that Rudnick went to, that he never paid for, that his cars were stored in. There was all types of crazy shit that I'm not even going to get into. It'll waste the whole amount of time. Ian and I are straight. I've talked about it multiple times. Ian and I are straight now. We're good. That dispute is over. But while solving that dispute, I was told crazy information about Rudnick, Matt, Face Tats, fucking Pete, anyone else that was trying to take me down. Rudnick knew, this is from Ian. I obviously was not privy to this situation. All of this stuff was told to me by Ian himself. And I told Ian, what the fuck ever. Rudnick knew about the videos before they went up.
Say something, Kevin.
Don't.
Don't.
What
are you talking about? The Ian?
Rudnick helped Ian edit the videos. The other rumor, well, not rumor because it was told me by Ian, so allegedly, Matt edited the videos. Matt edited the thumbnails. Rudnick's filmer. And Rudnick was here renting from me, doing things with me, all while knowing. And according to Ian, the reason that this went down is because Ian said, anything over the money that Tommy owes me that you can collect by extortion, I will give to you. I'll invest in you. And Rudnick's response was, I'll pay you back, dude. That sounds great, dude. This, that. Why do you think that Ian bought a turbo kit for Rudnick 2 weeks before the video went live? There was an agreement there. I'll buy you this turbo kit. You do this. Why do you think Ian gave Chris a car? Roberto was part of this trying to take me down. Why do you think Ian was wearing a RAV performance shirt in it? Ian basically blames this whole thing on Rudnick and Roberto manipulating him, telling him I was buying a $600,000 GTR. Stop laughing behind me. You're pissing me off.
It's a funny comment.
Read it. Read the fucking comment.
They don't tell me to put your hood up.
Tell me to?
No, they can't put Tommy's hood up.
That's funny.
It's just funny.
This dude thinks that shit's funny.
And Fonzo Sal said Maddox say Diet Mountain Dew. Shout out
Block
Craig.
Eric H.
Shout out Craig.
Let's see who this guy is.
What's he saying? Eric H.
I don't see anything from this
Kevin,
guy.
you should be on that.
As Rudnick should. Don't piss off Rudnick. I don't know. Who funded the engine shop? Garage at zero. Do you have any business dealings with Ian today? Money, cars, anything? No. No business dealings with Ian today.
But you guys do talk on the phone in our.
I told you, he called me last night. What's going on? I'm
He does
getting
talk to
this.
you
I'm getting
often.
that. Robert, you want to
So
know why?
for-
You want to know why he called me last night? Because Roberto called him immediately as soon as I made a fucking comment about anything on my Facebook group. Roberto called him instantly. And here's the text I got from Ian last night.
So they're all intermingled kind of still? They like talk or?
We good? I said, I cut the fuck out of my finger because he tried to call me. I didn't answer.
Mhm.
And he goes, huh? I don't know what the fuck is going on. Think people are confusing me. I haven't brought up your name since you and I talked. I said, I don't know what you mean. I just cut the fuck out of my finger. Then I called him. He said, Roberto called me and was telling me you posted this, that, and the other thing online. Da-da-da-da. Roberto is like Kevin's herpes. He just keeps coming back.
I thought you seen
What?
him at GTR Fest though. When you
I
guys...
saw him at GTR Fest. You know what he said to me? The Australians got us together.
That's a good story.
He-
Tommy actually seen
Oh
him.
my God. There's so much drama in this fucking live stream. There's so much drama in this fucking live stream. So, saw him at GTR Festival. The Australians got us together. The Australians said, what the fuck's going on? Roberto tried claiming he has a bunch of cars of mine. So, guess what? I said to him in front of Andrew Hannison, who owns the N1 400R. I said, whose cars? He said he had 6. I said, name them. I'll have to look at my notes. I said, name 6 people whose cars you have. He said, Chris. That was Chris Tucker, the one car that leaked coolant and had something wrong from
that
Josh.
whole- yeah, that's a stupid.
Then he
story.
said, Chris. And I said, you already said Chris. He said, no,
Rudnick.
Rudnick. I said, you don't have Rudnick's car in your shop. And are you kidding me? That has nothing to do with me. Rudnick didn't finish the car, and no one got tuned the car. So that doesn't count. And then he said, Ian. And I said, you don't have Ian's car. You never had Ian's car. Why the fuck are you bringing up Ian? Andrew Anderson said, dude, are you saying there's 6 when there's 1? Roberto said, oh, I have to look at my notes. I said, shut the fuck up, Roberto. There's not 6 people. We went back and forth for a little bit. The Australian said, squash this beef. You look stupid. I said, I've never said anything without being called out, except for a couple of times, like building Rudnick's GTR. But it was like finding stuff and saying, oh, this is a Scumberto thing. Like boring out a fucking eBay oil filter relocation instead of just buying the right one,
I remember,
whatever.
yeah.
And that was it. Within 2 weeks, Roberto was back talking shit. No one cares. The guy's a nobody. No one even remembers he exists. Where's Rudnick's 240 that he's had for 3 years? Where's Rudnick's Sonny that Josh took back to fucking Vegas and was supposed to do in 6 months and it never got done? Where are all these things that they get called that I get called out for? Like cars taking too long when Rudnick shit is untouched, unfit. It's an SR swap. That's a fucking weekend. I think everyone in this room has done SR swap in a weekend. With 17,000 for the, you're in the ballpark for sure. You're definitely in the ballpark. Realistically, I want 20 grand for the car. I'd take 19.5.
Damn, you were firm on 20 when with me. I said, what's the best? 20 grand.
Well,
You
it's
just
been
offered
2
him
months.
19.5.
It's been 2 months. I'm ready to take $500 less, and I blew the tires off. They're gonna cost
True.
$500
Those
to
are-
replace. So fuck you.
Did you Rudnick square?
No, okay. So me and Rudnick
He
aren't cool.
just got
Rudnick
it.
basically had a bounty. I had a bounty on my head. If Rudnick got any money over what was owed, he would get it. He knew about the videos. He set me up. The biggest thing. Ian said that in the video, I've been trying to contact him for 2 weeks. That was a huge part of this because it was a lie. He never tried to contact me for 2 weeks. Ian will admit that to your face, except he did. He told Rudnick to tell me, hey, I'm going to make this video. Rudnick never told me. Do you know what Rudnick told him? Supposedly, allegedly, this is what Ian says. Rudnick told him that I was saying, fuck you, I'm not paying you, I don't owe you shit. Rudnick never said a fucking word to me about Ian. Roberto, Rudnick, Face Tats, Ian were all planning this weird fucking setup, and they must be so fucking tight that I'm fine. It must piss those fucking losers off that I'm fine.
Why you shouldn't get a. You should. I mean, I understand.
I'm upset that he tried to hurt my livelihood, tried to hurt my text, tried to hurt my shop, tried to hurt my partners, tried to hurt my family. That's what I mean when I said he attacked me. This is my livelihood. You're saying some nonsense. You're setting little things up to fucking take me down. he's a piece of shit. He's not a friend. He was never a friend. It's fine. I don't care. I'm good.
You're chilling. Yeah.
But if you
Wouldn't
rev on
bother
me, I'm probably a little closer to hitting you than if Kevin revved on me, let's say. Now, after a couple hours with Kevin, if he revs on me, he's probably getting hit. Dude's too much.
Too much.
Fucking too much.
Tommy loves me.
But don't rev on me, bro. You guys are coming LZ World Tour.
I would love to go to New Zealand, but it's such a trip. We're far.
I'm going to GTR Festival Australia. I'd like DJ to join me, but he's a kind of a pussy.
Australia?
GTR Festival Australia, May 22nd, 23rd. I'll be there. There's going to be a punching booth. So instead of a kissing booth, you get to punch me for $50.
No way.
Yeah.
That's a fact?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Ian doesn't sound innocent. Ian was not innocent, but I don't want to. It is what it is. He was tight. You know, he thought he was owed money. And
there was probably a lot of people in his
There was people in his ear.
telling him this.
That
and
was
that.
it.
It's stupid. That's stupid.
Tommy builds a motor machine shop. Ruddy hires Onion in those couple years. Enough said. That, I mean, guys, remember Matt Docks where your kids lived? I do remember that. I lived at the shop. There was an apartment above it. Matt told everyone I lived here. People were threatening to burn the shop down, do all this. I moved out like 2 days after the whole drama went down. I love my apartment and I'm building my house, but I was going to be living here for free, which was pretty nice. It's a gangster apartment. Kevin wouldn't have a house, so, you know.
Kevin wouldn't.
But regardless, Matt did do that. He's a scumbag. Matt sucks. If you got to keep one of your friend's cars, whose car would you pick? I would pick.
That's a good question.
Fuck, I want something.
Definitely not.
I would pick Patrick's GT3. I would pick Adam's GT3 Touring. I would pick Adam's.
TJ's 488.
Oh, nah.
No, really?
Nah, TJ shit's all chotch. No. I would pick who's got the coolest car on YouTube?
And Dustin has a lot of cool shit.
They're all, no offense, Dustin.
Randy has a lot of cool shit. Not your speed. I really like it, but
I don't know. I like my shit. I don't know if I'd buy new. I like my 34. Honestly, if I could have any of my friend shit, it'd be Andrew's 400R.
For sure.
Game over.
Cool 2 milli.
Couple G bars.
I mean, to think about it, all the YouTubers, Jimmy, Dustin, TJ, Adam, you,
later,
all have like
lock up
different flavors. You know what I mean? Everyone has their own style, different cars, similar cars, but totally different, which is really
so
cool.
Cody had a good point. Everyone keeps talking about drama, but the drama hasn't been any kind of deal for a while. It keeps getting brought back up because people keep bringing it up. And it is because we're not addressing it. I want to address it. Like, I don't care about Rudnick at all.
Do you sleep good at night?
I sleep great. I get stoned. I go right to bed.
This live stream isn't about drama. It's just shedding light on the drama that I've constantly been seeing, and Tommy Price still gets it and sees it in his group pages. And
I see it. And I don't care because I know the people who know.
Annoying.
But like I said, I want to do this for the people who do support me and think, guys, this shit goes so deep that I would need a 5-hour live stream to get through it all, like to give you all the stuff. I didn't say he hurt my family, and he did hurt my family. He hurt. I was stressed out during that time. So I wasn't the best person I could be. And I was more irritable. I was more annoyed. I was more frustrated. I was more worried about the future. I know that when I'm anxious or irritable or whatever, I can't be the best person to be around that I would be if I was perfectly fine. I think that's just common sense, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I was with you for that when we were traveling.
It was just,
you weren't irritable. You were just like,
nothing.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You got to support your family.
We got to do what I had to do.
It's fucked. Especially when people are making up shit or allegations.
Oh, he attacked my family. I want to see him sleeping. I do. I promise you right now, if I don't like you, I don't care if you're alive. I'm not saying that as like a tough guy. Anything happens to any people that I've just named, I'm chilling. I might have a celebratory water about it, you know?
Dean, he goes missing for a little bit, and then he comes back. Once it gets warmer out, I'm sure he'll swing by the shop, but I don't really know what he does. I don't know his backstory, but I don't know where he is.
Okay, let's talk about the Will stuff. All Ruddy did was make a video he was going to leave. It was only after... No, all Ruddy did wasn't that. Rudnick knew about the video and was setting me up by not telling me that Ian was angry and going to make a video, and Ian should have been doing that, and I talked shit to him about that. But it's weird if Ian talks to Chris and goes, yo, did you say something, Tommy? And he goes, yeah. He said, fuck you. Why would he call me? I wouldn't call me. I would say, fuck him. So, no, that's not all he did. Also, the Will thing, I have a fucking podcast where Will admits straight up he did not tell Rudnick any of that shit. Dude, you guys need to understand Rudnick did that stuff to try to hurt me. He made that post about me threatening his family. What the fuck would I threaten his family for? Maybe I'd threaten him. I would definitely threaten Matt. But I didn't. I don't give a fuck about Rudnick's family. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about anyone's family. That wouldn't make me feel better. What I said to Will knows exactly what I said. He said it on the podcast. Subscribe to my Patreon if you want to hear it, and I'll drop it after this. I've kept it at bay because it was so spicy. I didn't want the internet to hear about it, but I'll fucking drop it. I've got it right on my card. Is Rudnick's mom baddie? I could see her having a kid at 16. I'll say that. Oh wait, she did, and it's Rudnick.
What's up with Dean? I just answered that. I don't know. He goes missing and then he comes back. A lot of people ask me where Dean is, and I don't know.
Audible, visible. I'll drop it.
What?
What?
So Matt works for Rudnick, right? He's the editor filmer. Why do you have an issue with Matt?
Matt told me in the parking lot one day when I called him a fucking idiot because he's gonna fuck up Rudnick's GTR. So Matt was loading a car up. I said, "Hey, dumb fuck." He had like 2x4s stacked all crazy to get the GTR on the aluminum
Lincoln
trailer.
log.
Dude, no. They were stacked like this, but like not screwed together. It was wild.
Loosely,
and I
yeah.
go, dude, no, you're a fucking idiot. He's like, he started running his mouth. I ran my mouth back. And then I was like, Matt, I'll knock you the fuck out if you keep talking to me like that. And he said, I'll call the cops for assault and battery. And I said, get the fuck off my property.
Yeah.
I'm not having the fucking snitch bitch on my property.
That's you can't. Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, Rudnick's dad. Matt lives in Will's mom's shed, not Rudnick.
Does he still live there?
I don't know.
I thought Will was sold the house last time Will was here, right?
Yeah, Will should have kicked his disgusting ass out of there, but he hasn't. What's the stuff Rudnick threatened to put out? I don't know, and I truly don't care. Rudnick better hope, and this is not a threat. This is a warning to Rudnick. You better hope if you ever drop this video about me, that every fucking single detail down to everything is 100% accurate, or I'm coming for your money. I'm going to sue you. I have the best defamation attorney in the country, and I will come for you legally in the state of Connecticut where we live. You better pray if you put that video up, there is not one piece of hearsay and everything's 100% factual. But you're better off not doing anything. You're better off not doing anything. That was too Rudnick.
R31. I believe Andrew, didn't he just buy an R31?
No. R31? R32. Zero R.
Zero R, my bad. Never
R31's a generation before. Those are junk.
Well, someone says they would love to see you build one, but I don't think Tommy's going to be doing that.
I mean,
it's like an S12.
I think like the
No one
iron
really
masks are
wants them.
cool, but I wouldn't know what engine to put in it, and then I would just end up doing the same thing I do to every other car. They're cool, but not for me.
R31s are sick.
Matt is a snitch.
Tommy's lawyer got baggy pants because he probably makes a lot of money. He needs that extra.
His name is Ira Scott Meyerowitz. You can look him up. You can call him up. He'll tell you any detail you want to know about anything. Ira's the man. Actually, while we're on this live stream, let's call my attorney.
Peppies all day.
I
Sorry,
did have-
C-Cam.
I
Nope.
did have
Fuck
Sally's.
you,
It was
Sally's.
Fire.
Sally's
Please.
slaps.
It was fire.
Sally
Shut
is
up for a second, Kevin. I'm calling Ira.
Sorry.
He's calling his lawyer.
Call my lawyer.
He's not going to answer.
Bullshit.
Ira.
Oh, he dick buttoned me. Oh, he texted me. Hold on. On conference call. Call you right back. He'll call me right back. Anyway.
Drop the beef between whatever drop the beef.
Post more videos.
I don't
Tyler.
understand that one. I keep
What?
telling him to post more videos. He's got them saved, but would you ever drop the beef between you and Ruddy? I don't
No.
understand what that means. Let's drop the beef. Oh, I understand. Oh, squash the beef.
What are you, crazy? You don't know what that means? Shh.
Jeez.
We got to
Someone
tell
said let's
Chris
drop
and
the beef.
Matt
We
the
got to
same-
tell Chris and Matt the same thing. The content was better. I'm not there. All right, let's talk about my favorite thing. the fucking dumbasses over there. I am loyal to death. But once you betray me, you're dead to me. You're not going to see me talking about how Cam fucked Orion's girl. And then be friends with Orion. You're not going to see me talk about how Orion and Grillo kissed in the van and then me be friends with Orion. If I'm saying that shit, I'm sticking to it. And all you guys remember Rudnick talking shit about Orion for 5 years. The fact that those two are together just shows how spineless and weak they both are. You call it mature and this and that. That's bullshit. Those people were out for each other's blood. Dan pulled a gun on him. I hear Rudnick's hanging out with Dan. Good. That's the best chance we're going to see is something happening, is somebody being stupid enough to pull a gun. Maybe the trigger gets pulled the next time. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to see that. Once you fucking fuck with me, you're done forever. You're not going to see, you're not going to be back here. I'm not those guys. That's the most spineless pussy thing. The shit Rudnick has said about Orion, and now that I know about fucking Orion and Rudnick, I'm wondering if Rudnick was the scumbag the whole time and Orion was not. Orion started the channel. Everyone was mad that he was getting all the money. You think Matt's sharing the fucking wealth with Rudnick right now? You think Will ever shared the wealth with Rudnick? Rudnick left Haggard because he wasn't getting paid. Who the fuck's he paying? It's the hypocrisy, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck about their business, but Rudnick talks shit about Orion. Bad shit for 5 years.
To be fair,
what? Orion never did anything.
Was the founder.
He was the founder. That's like Ant saying, give me half the money from your channel because I'm on it most of the time.
Yeah.
That's Rudnick to Orion.
That's like
now that I look back, I'm like, I think Rudnick was a scumbag with Orion the whole time. And then Orion never talked shit about Rudnick on YouTube. Rudnick did it for 5 years. Why are those two people friends? Or friends? Dude, Rudnick told people that Orion kissed a man in the back of a van. Rudnick told people that Cam, Orion's best friend, fucked his girlfriend. Cam came to the shop bragging about it. I was there. These people do not have loyalty. They are the most untrustworthy.
Spineless is crazy.
Spineless motherfuckers.
I'm taking that. That's crazy. What's my take on Chris? I mean, I've never hung out with him, like hit him up, like, hey Chris, what's up? I would see him at like events and be cordial. It was fine. There's no beef, but it's you guys interpret it and twist shit around.
Ruddy crowdfunded the E36 in Will's name and took it back when he fired him. Fact. Will tried to buy it. Rudnick wouldn't let him. These are things that we talked about on this podcast. And Will wasn't even like shit talking you. I was like, what happened to the E36? Oh, Rudnick wouldn't let me buy it back. I said, I thought he sold stickers. He did, but whatever. Like, guys, everyone can be made to look like a scumbag in any situation. Rudnick has reasons for not selling Will the car. Will had his reasons for being tight. But, you know, you guys can make your own fucking decisions on what's right and what's wrong there. But until you know all the fucking details, you're just dumb if you speak on it publicly. And you probably never will.
He wants Midnight wants to know what happened to HP Logic.
Jack's just not into it anymore. He's down there. There's cutthroat shit. Jack is a very like chill dude. He doesn't like beef. He doesn't like drama. When all that shit with Roberto started happening, Roberto was doing some pretty wild shit. And Roberto's a victim, and he'll tell you a different story. But Roberto was calling all Jack's customers, allegedly saying, hey, I left there, so if you want your car done, you got to bring it here. Jack has proof of it. Roberto tried to steal his accounts and just change the address to Roberto's name. Once again, this is Jack telling me this. All these things that Roberto did, Jack was kind of just over it. You know, that Jack was over it. Explain how you and I want to see Rudnick sleep. Yeah, I want to see him just go to sleep.
What does that mean? Go to sleep, like to bed?
Go to bed.
And sleep peacefully, or?
Yeah, sure. Rest in peace. You know? I want him to rest in peace. Your lawyer is on a conference call right now. They're not allowed to talk. I already talked about the shit with the 20%. Guys, you got to also remember, I'm not in anyone's business. I lived through this shit, by the way. I was part of the live streams and the things where Rudnick would say this stuff. I was right there. I'm not in anyone's shit. I was there. I was a part of it. I made fun of Orion. Sorry, Orion, I didn't know you. But from what Rudnick told me, he didn't seem like a great guy, and I was friends with Rudnick, so I partook. It was fun. The whole junk brand, that's funny over mint. The fact that those two idiots have one has a fucking make fun of the other one's brand, and their friends is wild.
It works.
Sure, idiots buy it.
They buy it.
It works. Do you guys have a brain and realize how ridiculous that is?
If they bought, I'm not saying it's dog shit, but if I had dog shit and people would buy it, I would bag it up and sell it. That's a terrible reference, but I'm just saying I would sell whatever. But if they eat it up and they buy it.
No, what you're forgetting the aspect of is the brand popped off of Orion's back making fun of them.
I didn't know
the
that.
brand popped off and was relevant for 4 years before Orion came back. So it was like, I'm going to make fun of you with an entire brand. And then when you come back, that's just my brand. And we're going to forget that it's a fucking parody of your brand. It's how stupid these people are. Or Orion's got a bigger play in motion. The dude.
No, I mean.
The dude's a little creepy. I'm not talking shit. Like when I watch him, I'm like, this guy's either planning something. Like you just see his wheels turning.
He knows.
He knows. Dude, he started that Haggard brand like young and it popped off. And then he was making those viral videos. Granted, they were stupid. They were getting millions of views. You can't be stupid to do that shit.
No.
If I were Rudnick,
if
I was Rudnick, fuck.
I'm not calling their brand dog shit or anything. I'm just saying if I had a dog and it's shit and people bought it, I would bag it and sell it.
It's like girls on OnlyFans selling farts.
Or bathwater. Fuck it.
Yeah.
If they eat it up, which clearly they do, he makes bread off of it.
Why does Travis do it in Colorado? His name is Trevor.
Well,
Trevor's just like a pacifist. You couldn't you couldn't make Trevor mad. Dude, that Junkyard Dave talks shit about him. He's like,
unfazed.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, he's a nice guy.
Unfazed. Yeah. You could literally like shit on Trevor's doorstep and be like, well,
he must have had a shit.
Yeah, he must have been in a real bad situation.
Would you ever start an importing business after that tariff that Trump just put on? I think the importing in the US is gonna be hurt for a little just until we see how the market plays
Orion
out.
gives me Unabomber vibes. It's Unibomber. And yeah, I agree.
Kevin, shotgun or breezer?
No. What's a Unibomber?
You have to do it.
The Unabomber was a guy who blew up some shit.
Can we move on? John, what do you want to hear about? Let's clear the air up. This is what this is all for. So if you have any concerns, Kevin, let us know. Kevin, do a backflip.
Do it, Kevin. Kevin, do a kickflip.
It's Unabomber. No.
What up, Corey?
I don't know if it is.
Are you going to the UK for the L's?
Unabomber.
I want to go to the UK. I do want
How much did I pay you to platform? Oh, yeah, I forgot to pay you for this video. How much you need again?
You made about
straight G.
Straight G, you're good? Okay.
Send me $20 now and I will shotgun a breeze.
You will not, DJ.
I would totally do it.
I'll collab with Orion. Get him over here. I'll talk to Orion. I'd like to meet him. I talked a lot of shit about him. I'm not even going to apologize because I don't give a fuck. I talked a lot of shit about him off of what Rudnick had told me. And then, like, he's a little, like, prepper. But I'd like to hear it. I need to speak to him to know which he is. I would just need 10 minutes with him. And I would know
off camera.
And I would know exactly who he was.
I thought about hitting him up, and I thought about hitting up Rudnick, but I think Rudnick would just leave it on red because I want to hear both sides of the story. I want to figure this out. I don't know how you would feel about that, but just to hear his side of the story.
This guy goes, bro is like 50 and cannot fathom the possibility of forgiving some guys. Guys.
50. That's crazy.
First of all, not 50. Okay, I'm 50. Hey, I'm 50.
That's the most offending thing you guys can call Tommy is 50.
Yeah, it's so bad. So, I'm not gonna forgive someone because it just doesn't matter. I have my family. I'm super tight with my kids and Anna. That's my family. Anything outside of that, if you fucking try to fuck with that, there's too many people in the world. It's like a girl that cheats on you and you get back with her. It doesn't make sense.
I've done that.
There's no how'd that work out?
Not good.
Right. So, but like, how many friends have you lost since you started YouTubing? Like even the Dagnell thing. Let's say he's not your friend, or he was drunk one night and unfollowed you, and he's gonna just come back around, and which is probably gonna happen. That's probably what's gonna happen. Nothing happened there where you would be like harbor any kind of feelings. We're talking about people trying to hurt my livelihood, my shop, my
Yeah,
partners,
that's
my
different.
techs. The trickle down. I'm the sole provider for my family. If you hurt me, you hurt my kids. So I take it seriously. I don't know why that's such a hard.
Well, the people that talk shit about that don't really, they can't relate because they don't know what it's like to probably support a family. And
Tommy threatened to run his whole family the way people can hang. I never did that. I don't know why that guy's saying that. I've seen right through their poor attempt at a hostile takeover. We'll always be Team Tommy and DJ. Shout out Canada, dude. I'm sorry for everything that's going on between us and you guys, but don't fuck with you guys. No, I'm just kidding. DJ, come on, Tommy, doing a Hot Boy stance build. I'll do it with Kevin's old 4-door.
what's the ETA on your black 34?
Fuck.
He's
Hopefully
returning it.
April. Nah. DJ,
April.
sub Kevin and Tommy. Chillin' Dylan.
What up, chillin' Dylan?
Toyota fan, you're late. We've been talking about it. What happened between you, Chris, Jack, and Roberto?
Late.
They just went their separate ways.
That video proof that you tell people that you tell running what he gets paid is way less. Come on.
Shout out Dan at Terra.
No, it wasn't. I'll tell you right now what the numbers were because this guy's an idiot. Who are your partners in Garage S0? We'll get to that. Tommy's funny. He's talking shit like that. He took advantage of people on video. The movie made. Running was supposed to get 20% of profits from the movie.
These are already talking about
that. I know, but I'm going to say the numbers now because people are curious. Okay. And I'd love to tell you what the movie made.
Get the likes up, people.
Yeah, get those likes up, by the way. There's one on my screen. How many you got?
800.
Oh,
there we go.
Decent.
Bump it. Let's see 900.
So the movie made $46,000. That's what it. That was the gross revenue. Ooh, this guy said shotgun the breezy. Now pay. Oh, he did.
He did.
See ya. Go get one.
Go get one.
Is this one? Oh, you gotta get a fresh. You gotta get a fresh. So it made $46,000. I bought everyone's plane tickets, everyone hotel, most of the fuel. I paid Mike to edit it, etc., 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 etc. The total amount, if I remember correctly, was Running got $4,500. It ended up being 24% of the movie revenue. That's it. So I could do the math backwards or get pretty close to it. 4,500 times 5. The movie did $22,500. Running got 4,500. It's 20%, whatever the fuck I say it is. Oh, the giveaways. We already talked about the giveaways. They're still going. I told you the one. I said it earlier. If you weren't here, I'll address it again. I restored a 180SX completely painted. Interior's got 180 seats. It's got full aero. How good is that car, Kev?
Beautiful car.
Found out it had a CA rebuilt title and don't want to make a rebuilt title one of the giveaway cars because, one, even though the car had no signs of being crashed or anything like that, it looks like maybe it was a theft or something. The fucks that are going to talk shit that I'm giving away a rebuilt title, so I didn't want to do it. So I went to Japan, bought the Pulsar. That's the next giveaway. DJ Shotgun the Breezy.
I really don't want to do this right now.
You said
I have to.
$20, you'll do it.
Okay, I need to. Don't let me interrupt the story time.
No, that's it.
Let's see. He's procrastinating.
It's not 12 giveaways 1 year.
I guess it's Thursday, right? Is it Thursday today? Thursday.
I'll send Old Man Loki all the old videos. He can upload them. But I want 20% of the revenue.
I don't know.
You want a knife?
Something.
I got a sick knife.
Right there, right by the keyboard.
Yeah. Civilware, Jeff Rowley's brand. Super gangster.
Is this what my
Shout
life
out,
has
you
came down
Do you
to?
want me to just do it?
Don't get my finger. You gotta make a hole.
I know, I just want to.
Dude.
Asshole.
Why did you do that?
What do you mean?
Computer.
You barely got it. Hurry
You
up
gotta
and
make
drink.
a bigger hole than that.
You're using like a non-car. That's a crazy cut.
My lip's gonna be hanging off.
Like my finger.
Dude, I am wet.
You got dusted. Dude, you're the one that sat there while I stuck a knife in it.
I didn't think he was gonna actually send it.
Send
I
it.
don't want to get
Tommy,
drunk.
you think he's not gonna?
Yeah, I crushed his chips at lunch. That sucks what you're doing. You didn't even shake that shit either. Where the fuck are the napkins? Kevin, get those napkins.
That was bad.
Decent.
throws up all over his fucking laptop.
How many likes do I need on my first YouTube video for you to build my RB25 DT Neo? You just got to pay the bill. You don't have to do shit else. Unless you're talking about get it for free. You need to get 100,000 likes.
I'm hungry.
I don't give a fuck.
Yes,
about
you do.
that.
I know you're hungry too.
Empty. Who sent that 20?
C. Kane, shotgun another breezy and give Kevin the 20 for Uber Eats. You have to.
Shut up, kid.
Wait, you can't give him the 20 though. That's not fair.
That's fair.
What's wrong with you?
That's fair.
Dude. I didn't shake it.
You want some water?
Kane, I didn't agree to it.
Yeah, you said 20. I was shotgun and breezy.
No, but then he has to give you the 20. That's not fair.
I don't care about the 20.
Dagnell
I'd rather just see
XL9.
him
I think Tommy's one of the
shotgun
realest, most hilarious people on YouTube. DJ, love you, brother. Keep doing what you do. Brian and Ant are hella dope, and Jimmy's ish. All
Grab
homies.
me that breezy.
What'd you say?
You got to shotgun another one. That was Kane.
I need a second.
Here, we'll get it. You can
There's
see
another
it.
motherfucker, and why is Kevin still there? You're just making 20s, dude. No, my glasses are crooked because my ears are actually they're bad, but I'm just
Your
gonna leave
ears
it.
are crooked?
No, it's a joke. Why is Sean? Because it was a year deal with Booth. So after the year, I called him and said, "Hey, take that wrap off. We're changing the logo."
I mean, he can't be mad. He got a nice
Who can't be mad?
2.8 out of it.
No, Booth isn't mad. They said, "Why is the?" I didn't tell him he had
I'll
to
wipe it
take.
on my pants.
I didn't tell him he had to take it off. I just told him
Dude,
he could, and now
another
it's black.
one.
Yeah, but you still
You just
built
got,
his motor. He's probably stoked.
You got 3 breezes. ahead
Another
of
one, but
buddy.
give 20% to Tommy, dude. That's €20. That's like 23 bucks.
You got to do at least one.
I have
DJ.
to drive home tonight. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to
Kevin. I think
eat
Kevin
bread.
is the proxy shotgunner.
If you give me a beer, I'll,
I'll
do it.
tap
Not a
you in.
breezy.
That's fucked up,
Go
dude.
take my truck. Go to the store.
Who are your partners in Garage S0? My partner is Andrew is a partner, and our other partner is Connor. What's your guys' register, TJ Hunt? We're homies. I talked TJ on the reg. I'd call him right now, but he wouldn't answer.
Why? It's like he doesn't want to be involved in this.
You want my Zell, DJ, for that 20?
Is Kevin there because of Mike's car? No, Kevin's here because he's got to rebuild my car that he broke. It's a long story. We're not going to tell you guys about it. Kevin owes me big. Tommy,
Kevin,
what prompted the garage name change? No, the garage name was always the same. The rebrand was, I've explained this in the video. The shop isn't just me, and I was getting credit, and it was kind of awkward for me when we're all at an event and everyone's like, comes up to me and goes, "You do great work," and I'm like, I didn't do a fucking thing except for set everything else up. You know,
I mean,
I'm as important as anyone else, but
the orchestrator
it's
is.
it's not fair though to call Tommy Effie and get all the credit. So I changed it to the shop name, and I think that makes
There's no I in team.
there's no I in team or Tommy Effie.
options on the.
Opinions on the mint van. Stupid piece of shit. Are you and CK out at Hayfie? Oh yeah, we'll be there.
They're always there.
What would it take to forgive Rudnick? You would need a DeLorean.
That's
that
a
could
good
go
question.
back in
That's
time.
a good question.
No,
That's
you-
a good question.
That is.
This is what the people want to know, because this is what I want to like.
It's
What
not
would it-
possible. I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy who's gonna let you talk
Well,
shit
when
about me
someone
on the internet.
fucks you, I get it. It's
That's it.
hard to.
That's it. This isn't what like he talks shit. What he allegedly did is that of an enemy, and I could never trust the person that did what I was told he did. So I'll never be cool with him again. But I also
Sorry,
don't
Adam.
want to go looking for him. But if he revs on me, I'm going to respond with a rev. I don't know why the girls in the comments were so upset.
Well, they
about-
just said it was like childish, which I could see from their POV.
Okay, someone said if Rudnick sincerely apologizes and explains himself, would you stay cool or zero chance you'd be cool with him? Zero chance. And
You'd probably
There-
respect them a little more, though.
if he apologized publicly, because apologizing to me
Means nothing.
means nothing. If he apologized publicly, which would say he did things wrong, sure, but I wouldn't be friends with him. I'm not cool with him. We're not cool, but I'm not cool with him. I'm like, the whole sleeping thing was like a little exaggeration. It was a joke, but I am pissed about what he did. But I don't give a fuck. He's not even on my radar until he does some stupid shit. What's my relationship with C. Kane? C. Kane's a homie.
C. Kane is one of the coolest friends I think we have.
DJ
Change
can
the
Uber
shit.
home, do another, and give Kevin the money. No shot.
It
Oh
would-
yeah, Chuck.
It would be like a $200 Uber.
Yeah.
I live like an hour and 20.
I think some food.
I'll
would just
sleep
be-
with Kevin.
Different generations is why Tommy is like he is. That's 100% true. When I was growing up, if you did anything stupid, you're done. Like more pussies that talk shit about each other on the internet and then went and hung out.
Did
Imagine putting the color orange
you put the
on
color
your
orange
on
on
your
your
fucking car. No, I didn't do that.
Spoon's car is sick. It's cool.
Maybe they're
I'm not
thinking
into
of
orange.
Reddick's yellow car. Maybe they're colorblind.
I'll send another 20 if you do one more, and I'll send another 20 if Tom could chug half a breezy. And but I started it. I said I'll send a 20.
What?
He wants us to get hammered.
You got.
I can't get hammered on live stream. I'll start acting stupid.
A lot of people don't understand East Coast people versus West Coast. East Coasters don't play bullshit. Guys, there's just too many people I could be friends with. I don't need.
Guys,
For
stop
Kevin, got
sending
you,
money
bro.
For me, because it's not going to me.
I will give it all to Kevin.
No, you won't.
I'll give it all
Tommy
to
the
Kevin.
hypocrite, he can do no,
No,
wrong.
he
I do
won't.
shit wrong all the time.
He
Okay?
lost the tip of his
Okay?
finger last night.
Do shit wrong all the time. How'd you make your money for the? I worked, man. Darren and Ant had some beef. Who was Ant before?
No, Darren and Ant never had beef. Not that I know of. And who was Ant before? Just
Connecticut Moms Against Street Racing. Come to Grid Life Midwest. I don't know, but I'll go to Grid Life Lime Rock.
Ant was just a local kid from the neighborhood. He was into pit bikes. He liked
Ant's a homie. His
older
energy is
cars.
the best.
Ant's good.
Stop sending money for me. It's not going to me. You're just sending money to DJ.
He's a child.
Hey man, they want it from me though.
Sakura Garage. Leask does good work. You want to hear the Stuart Leask story? That while we're on one, let's fucking go on one. Stuart Leask is a fucking weirdo. He did cool work, so much so that I wanted to team up with him and I wanted to work with him. I've never talked on this because I told him, I said I'd never talk shit about him.
Oh, they're going deep. You guys triggered him.
But he doesn't
Nice
stop.
work.
He doesn't stop. So
Oh, this guy?
no, Stuart Leask. So what happened was I went to Texas a couple times. I was going to start this shop with his ass. He started getting cold feet. His wife runs his life, and I said, "Okay, cool. Just finish my car." He had my GTR, my parts. I had paid him like a bunch of money to do a bunch of parts. He had it for over a year. Push comes to shove. He said he'd never be able to finish my car in time, so I brought him the S15 because I needed a car for the season. That car sat in his garage for too long, and he never got to that. So then I had his friend Russell Walker build my GTR, like just do the intercooler piping. He didn't build shit. He just did some intercooler piping, some intakes, made it real nice. Here's where this shit gets crazy. I was kind of tight with Stu because I'd given him a bunch of money and he didn't do any of the work. I went to his house, picked up my cars. He apologized, and I left. Then one night, his wife got drunk and talked shit in my Facebook group. And I was like, "Yo, what's this about?" And he's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." But she said I like stole his name and stole his likeness and all this crazy shit. And I said, "Yo, tell your wife to stop drinking." He got tight, but she was drunk, like guaranteed.
His wife was drunk?
Yeah, and she talked shit in my Facebook group about me out of the blue. And me and Stu were like, "Cool." So I was like, "Yo, tell your wife to lay off the booze." And then he got mad about that. And then he's like, "You did take a page out of my book with that intercooler piping." Now, a detail of this was Russell knew Stu was such a pussy that he'd have to call him and ask him for permission. He'd have to call him and ask him for permission to do a similar design of his intercooler piping because Stu would get mad. And Stu said, "You did take a page out of my book with that intercooler piping," which I didn't make. His friend Russell did after asking his permission. And Stu's a pussy. So now Stu is embarrassed about his actions. And he goes around the internet and talks shit about me. Least spec.
Stu.
I've never heard about this guy before.
Kevin, how do you feel about DJ leaking the 33? Well, he doesn't have a 33, so.
Yep,
yeah,
I
he no longer has that
don't
car.
have that car anymore.
And I mean, life goes on. I mean,
Dean, Kevin, and Tommy
Yeah.
dream.
What
Dean, Kevin, and Tommy dream blunt rotation. That'd be wild.
Dean,
Kevin would bother the fuck out of me.
Dude, I don't smoke weed.
Kevin, and
Not
Tom.
anymore, you know.
Not anymore.
Why does Jip and
AKA leak spec. There you go.
AKA lead spec.
We already talked about Dagnell.
He smokes crack.
Why does Jip and Drew and Steve not come
That's
around?
cap, Kevin.
Drew's been at my shop for like past 3 days.
I talked to Drew like a week ago.
Drew just let me borrow his trailer to go to the LZ World Tour. Shout out to Drew. trailer's beautiful. Jip was just at the shop the other day too. He's going through some stuff. So
Jip's my favorite, dude. You see that picture I
he's
took of
coming
him?
around, which I love Jip. And Stevie, we seen at the LZ World. They come around. It's just life.
Let's see what this pussy's doing.
Who's that?
TJ, oh brother, oh brother, he ain't gonna answer. The RWB Civic. I should do one of those. I teased you guys with it before. I thought it was a cool idea.
TJ doesn't. No one's answering for me tonight. My attorney or TJ Hunt.
That's crazy.
It's peak filming time for TJ right now.
Where's the
Tommy, are you a liberal? Yeah, I'm a liberal. I don't do
Initiated.
politics, my friend.
You're up on them though.
Yeah,
I
would
pay
say.
attention because my money needs to be safe. Trump's making my money safe.
Yeah, until he does that.
I got some money invested in Elon Musk's wife's boyfriend.
Let's get 3K in here. We'll get it juicy. Drop the
Ooh, it's
like.
close.
It is close.
How's Stevie doing and why'd he leave? I don't know why he leave, but I saw Stevie this weekend and said, "What up?"
And he seemed very happy. Stevie's
What's that
doing
car
his
he's
own
got?
thing. It's Cedric.
I don't
Cedric.
have any parts for EK. It's a Cedric.
It's a Cedric. Yep, that's what Stevie drives.
I'm just saying I'm not a liberal because I'm not. I don't know. I don't do the politics thing.
But you're up on them. You educate me on politics like often. I feel
But it's
like.
mostly related to my R34 and tariffs.
Yeah.
My money.
Well, before that was like a last night thing.
No, I know. But like when I'm bringing up, it's things that like affect me.
For sure.
It's not like, oh, hey, did you see blah blah blah? I don't know. I don't even know an example. I watch a lot of stuff.
I mean, I was never bothered by politics because, to be fair, what we think or say isn't going to affect anything. So why care about it? How fucking sick is
How
the
fucking sick is it
Honda?
that Han Lu dug your whip?
And he followed me today on IG.
Yeah, that's
which
crazy.
Is crazy. He follows like 200 and some people.
RJ leaving Jimmy Shaw was crazy. That story. I feel like there's nothing there. People move on from jobs.
I know.
Whatever Mike Perry's build. I bought it off him and told him not to do it and told him to buy an R35. He fought one of the Pauls and he's rich now. He doesn't need a piece of shit GTS 4 with a shitty sunroof.
To be fair, that car was
So I still have it if you want to see it.
so bad. So bad.
Shout out to Javri, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce your name for the $50.
You better fucking pronounce his name right. If he sent you $50.
First of all, if you disrespect Anna, I'm going to block you from this. Just so you guys know. You can talk shit about me. If you disrespect Anna, I'm going to block you.
if you disrespect
Rudnick-
who?
Anna. Rudnick, and I'm blocking this guy right now, but I'm going to answer his thing. Rudnick didn't threaten my family. He attacked my family by attacking me. It's called like since I'm the sole provider for my family, I'll give you a little economics. If I'm the guy that makes the money and you try to cut off my money, you affect my family because I'm the only guy in my family that makes money till those kids turn 16 and I can have them working around here. But for now, I'm the guy that makes the money. You try to cut off that money, you are attacking my family. I take it personal. I want you dead. Talk shit about bad car parts.
Easy
companies.
one.
Too much.
Yeah, that will be a long list. We'll be here for a while.
And it actually does work, but I'm still the sole provider. Like Anna just started working recently.
Yeah, she makes bread.
She runs a school, so she's good. But I'm still the sole provider. And at the time of the attack, she didn't work.
How's your bank account look at the moment?
Who asked that?
I am.
Oh, it's okay. My bank account's okay. Yo, what does this mean?
FAFO. Kevin. FAFO. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Can somebody encode that, please? FAFO.
Makes
What does
money.
that mean?
I scam people. That is defamatory. I've never scammed anyone in my whole life.
Are you a monetizer on the channel?
Moderator.
Moderator.
If I was a monetizer, I'd be blessing you money wise.
But you could do that, right? I believe
I am.
you are. Yeah. Oh, you are a moderator. And on someone else's channel that I'm not gonna say, but
LZ's.
okay, you just said.
I love
yeah.
being a moderator on LZ's channel. I say it in the thing.
I
I'm like,
mean, I doubt they
uh,
know it, but
still love the whole Matt's snitching and immediately threatening to run to get legal help. What the fuck are you talking about? I said get off my property. I didn't run to get legal help. I got legal help when people were threatening to burn my shop down because I needed to get documentation in case someone was going to catch a fucking bullet and because they were invading my space. You need to document things. I didn't go after anyone or press any charges. I just said, hey, I just want to let you know people are threatening my shop. Here's their names. Here's their Instagrams. Here's their YouTubes. Here's their Reddit accounts. The cops have it all. If someone were to get shot after that, that's like my get out of jail. Look, I've been threatened. Someone entered my place of living and business, and here we go. What do you guys think, Junk? What do you guys
You
think?
skipped one. Why don't you have your kids around the shop more? Got to start him young. Cove, he's here often.
He's here all the time.
I see him here all the time just because he's not on camera. He's still here. We're not filming 24/7, but
Oh, my 3DZ is sick.
That's 350Z.
what do you guys think?
You threatened to get legal help with Chris's video. You're a brain rot. You just changed what I asked you. No, okay, I didn't understand. So suing someone and snitching on someone are very different things. If you defame me, I'm now no longer going to take any defamatory statements about me lightly. I'm going to sue you and take your money, and then I'm going to use your money to go do fun stuff with.
Clip it.
Chat, clip that.
Chat, clip that.
Clip that.
So, and then on the snitching thing, I'm not going to call the cops on you. I'm just going to sue you. If you do anything stupid, I'm going to try to hurt you. If you show up here with a gun,
3,000 people in here. Tommy will call back his lawyer. Let's get him on. I want to hear. He's a crazy.
He's so funny.
He's a sicko.
I can't talk about guns on YouTube, sir.
What guys do you think, Junk of Pizza Mike?
What guys do you think,
ass
Junk?
dude.
Mike's cool.
Mike's a good dude. Mike's a sick dude. I'm glad he came up here. I'm glad I met him. I missed him last time when he came up here. Where was I?
Don't look at me.
Where was I? I was somewhere.
What?
I think I was in Florida.
We love Mike. I love Mike.
Mike's a good dude. He needs to buy a house in CT. Stop looking in Junk, Chicago for a house. Come up to the Northeast.
What are you doing?
I would hang out with Mike often. He just got to move up here. What kind of gun do you have, Tommy?
I can't. I just said that.
You didn't answer it.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, you shouldn't answer that question. Mac 10 with the switch. You got
Oh,
a little.
Glock with a titty on it.
What did he say?
Glock 10 with a titty on it.
What does that mean?
It's Chicago talk. FES back Honda CRZ.
At D Ruddy has a rub and tug addiction. That's a crazy statement you just made that I read off of the live stream. I didn't say that.
Why isn't Tommy in drift game driving building? He be building. And he could whip.
I don't know if I liked drifting a little bit when we did that trip, but it was like a different vibe
That
when we
was a
did that
different
trip.
vibe.
Like going to a drift event and stuff, it's like it's a different vibe in a bad way. I don't like that. First of all, I'm not like a public person. I don't like all eyes on me. I don't want all eyes on me.
I know I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I'm the same way.
And I'm okay with it, but I don't like it. But like it was so fun to be with all the homies and like get better and do gnarly shit. Like I bumped TJ at 90 miles an hour on the highway and lift the whole back of his car up on the way. Dude, we were bumping each other on the highway on the way to Cletus's, remember?
That trip was
sick. It was so sick. So TJ
gnarly.
bumped me and I couldn't catch him because he was like running away. And finally he slowed down. I was doing 90, hit him, lifted the back of his car. He's like, down the fucking road.
That's gnarly.
Bumped his ass. Liberal Mike. Is Mike, why are they saying that?
Hold on, let me answer this one. DJ, with being respectful, I already know how this is it's probably going to be disrespectful, but Alex, I got you. How's Stevie and all the Oaks crew, and would be cool to see him on the vid again?
We just talked about it 50 times.
Yeah, no, I know, but it was recent.
I know, but I'm saying.
No, we're all cool. Stevie's doing his own thing. Like I said, he's killing it. He's just been busy focusing on himself and his work. So
this is a good question.
We were all chilling at the LZ World Tour.
I saw Stevie for a second, but yeah. Here's a good question. Do tariffs affect used car imports as well? I don't know. We're like trying to figure that out. I don't think it should, but I think if you bring a foreign car in, that's what the law states. I don't know.
Yeah, we're waiting to see how that plays out. Hopefully the
Someone said I can't drift and I suck at it. That hurts me. The thing I don't do, I can't do and I suck at. You know what else I'm not probably good at? Sucking dick.
For someone that never really drifted, I thought you
were perfectly fine.
I thought I mean, I think you impressed everybody that when we were at Cletus's.
DJ, if you FaceTime Runnick right now, would he be answering? I don't think so.
I don't think he would answer.
Who has better tattoos, Mike Devine or Strapnick? I don't know. I don't know what either.
I don't even. I know Mike has sick tattoos. I don't know what tattoos Rudnick has. I only know tattoos that Mike has because I was with him. Like,
Yeah, I didn't
a
drift the
month ago.
400R. I drifted the 270R, and it was fire. I linked the track that they all did this weekend with a completely stock 270R. No angle, no e-brake. Took me a lot of tries though, but it was hard. As
in
fuck.
Jersey.
Yeah. Link that whole track with the 270R. There's a video. You can go watch it. It's called Drifting My Most Expensive Car or My Rarest Car or something.
I watch it. He is not lying.
He did watch it. Was the 400R at the LZ World Tour a real 400R? Absolutely. It's here right now. Why does Kevin owe that much money? What car crashed? We're not going to talk about it. You're going to have to tune in to DJ's next video if you want to see it. How much you get an SR machine like Jimmy's? I think it's like $4,000.
Head and block.
Head and block, like all in. Or maybe it's $4,000 sleeved. I don't remember. That's not really my.
Make sure they know that's not.
That's coming up, okay? Because you guys see all these engines getting built, and a lot of people need machine work. Tommy hasn't given me like a list that I could post, but when he does, I will let you guys.
It's usually
know.
like 6 cylinders, like $3,000 bottom, heads like $2,000, just to give you like round numbers. And that's just the labor. Everything else is extra. And then 4-cylinder with an SR specifically, it's like 2,400, and the head is 15 or something like that. And those are JP's prices that we just adopted.
You need that.
Tommy versus Donald Trump foot race. I don't know what. Oh, Donald
Someone
Trump.
else said
I
that.
thought they meant you.
Me versus Kevin versus Joe Biden foot race. Me versus Kevin. I think that's the same guy.
I think I can beat you in a foot race.
If this gets to
I doubt
3K,
I'm fast.
I got long ass legs.
SR20
I
spaghetti
don't
driveway
care.
story.
My
I have
legs-
no idea what that is. Spaghetti.
DJ might be a fast little guy.
People
I'm
keep saying
fast.
SR20 driveway story, which I've been live and talked about this multiple times.
What did they say?
So back in the day, I had an SR20 stolen that I was selling. Very strange.
I hear
detail.
that all the time on the
So you
pallet
wanna
in
hear
your
it.
driveway.
Yeah, you want to hear
People
it.
think it went missing.
Yeah, which is fine. Like, but I've explained it in multiple
all right.
times.
So
but I will.
So speak about it.
So, well, I've already done this, so it's kind of annoying because I don't want to go live and every time I talk
Updated,
about it.
new
But
people.
oh yeah, sure. So, years and years and years ago, which JP still owns parts to that car.
How old were you? Just to give him a time rep. Like
Fuck, dude.
26.
2008. This was 13 years ago.
You're 50 now.
I was
so-
early 20. Yeah, so 50, 35. Anyway, so what happened was I had crashed my car. A car hit me, totaled my Koki.
Mhm.
About 5 hours from home. So I get the car home, parting things out, selling stuff. Two bad things happened in this situation, but we'll talk about the driveway one. So I pulled the engine out of my car, and I listed it for sale. A guy from Canada, deep Canada, he worked on an oil rig.
Wanted the drivetrain.
Wanted the full drivetrain with like the turbo, or not with the turbo. I think everything but the turbo or something. Either way, he wanted the complete drivetrain.
Yeah.
So I had to take it out of the car, and what he did was I wanted to be able to start and run, so I didn't take it out yet. I kind of jumped ahead. So I didn't take it out until I was going to receive a deposit. So are you listening?
Yeah. No,
So
I'm
the guy
reading,
paid,
I'm
so
listening.
it was like $7,000 for the whole drive, which now that I think about it, is crazy. $7,000. This thing was like gangster S14 SR.
Basically dropping.
It was everything. It was more than just
drive shaft.
dude. It was
harness,
everything under the hood. Yeah, everything. ECU.
subframe, Yeah.
Yeah, everything. So I wrapped it up on a pallet, and my parents' house, there was two driveways. They had a garage in the back and a house in the front, but it was a neighborhood. So to get to the garage, you actually went around the block. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Semis couldn't get up to the part in the back. So I had to, this is crazy. I bought, I had no way of moving this, by the way, because I just crashed my car. I didn't even own a car at the time.
No
I didn't own a
truck.
truck.
No
I had lived in Cali.
forklift.
Yeah, I didn't have a fucking forklift. I lived in Cali. So what I did was I went to like a Harbor Freight or something. I don't even know if they were around then. I went somewhere, Home Depot, and got one of those wooden dollies. You know those like little ones?
Junk. Yeah, I have a
I
bunch
put
of
it underneath this pallet, and I dragged it with my buddy's car slowly around the block. Dude, the wheels like stopped spinning and just like
Just
locked
dragging.
up, just dragging, and the wheels locked up, and they were like plastic wheels, so it still slid nice. got it to the front of the driveway, pulled it into the dirt, and that was it. You could not move it, right? Could not move it.
Mhm.
I had no way of moving this after this. I used a jack, got it on the dollies. That was it.
Yep.
Parents' driveway was dirt. So when we dragged it in the dirt, we got it like 3 feet into the dirt.
Dirt or gravel?
Gravel.
Yeah.
Well, it was not great gravel.
Mixed.
On
Yeah,
this side
go
of the
on.
driveway, it was more dirt. So told the guy it was out. The guy said, cool, I'm sending a truck. Now, mind you, this is, it was like things weren't as easy as you are today. Today, I'll call RL Carriers to be here in a minute. You had to like get this shit set up. There was no U-ship. Like none of that existed. And I believe it was RL Carriers that actually came through. So what he said was, I'll figure out like the shipping. And we had an agreement that the day it was to be picked up, the trucker would call me. I would call that dude. He would send the rest of the money because like that was just the way to make it safe.
Mhm.
Okay. So he called the day. He said, I believe they're coming today. I'll let you know. It was just wrapped in the driveway now. So that's when I dragged it
You're
around.
waiting for him to pick it
Well,
up.
I
It's
drove it
ready to
around
ship.
when he said it was when he said I'm calling. Like basically, like even now, if I set up a shipment, they're gonna come between now and 5 days usually. So he's like, I'm calling, everything's good. Yup, it was wrapped in plastic. I sent him pictures of it wrapped, and it was in my garage, and I was like, I'm bringing it to the front. We dragged to the front with the casters, like I told you, left it in the driveway. It's such a stupid story to have to explain.
But no, I see it a bunch.
Yeah,
They
it's
say,
'cause-
like,
it's 'cause they
there's
wanna-
an engine and a pallet, and then it went
Yeah.
it
So anyway,
disappeared.
the guy called me, and I wasn't home, and the guy said to me, "They're coming now. They're coming today." And then he called back 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later.
It's gone.
No, he said, they can't come. So I never went home because I'm not going to go home for that.
You're at Shorty's house or whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when we're off the stream where I was. It's stupid, but it's like I'm not going to talk about it on the stream.
Yep.
So then the next day, the guy's like, they're coming today. And I was like, okay, well, you got to wire them the money. And at this point, this guy's on a boat. Like he's an oil rig worker. He would disappear for a long
oil
time.
money.
Yeah,
He's getting that oil money.
So whatever. I don't remember the like very fine details between there and there, but what had happened was the trucking company said they came. I showed up home, engine wasn't there, middle of the day. So I called the dude and I'm like, yo, they picked up. I need the other half of the money. So he said, yo, I'm going to call them and find out. And then the nonsense ensued. The engine was missing. The engine went missing. The end. I had police involved. They were asking me to do a lie detector. Like, it was easy shit. It never went anywhere.
Someone stole it.
It got stolen. But I lived in like a little shitty neighborhood.
A fucking scrapper.
I lived in a shitty neighborhood. I don't even care.
I had my jumper cables outside. Oh my god, these were the best jumper cables. Right outside my car, gone. Thick gauge jumper cables. Some crack fuck stole the cables.
That didn't happen in my neighborhood. What I believe happened was the trucking company. What I believed at the time, and I don't know. I think they picked it up.
No signature, it's gone.
They were there. They didn't have cell phone service. I don't know.
What motor was it?
An SR.
DT.
Yeah, of course. S14.
What do you mean, of course? Yeah.
I'm not gonna have an NA SR.
They're good. They're still good.
No, not for $7 grand.
Good. They're still
anyway.
Good.
So it disappeared. I don't give a fuck.
I
didn't send him the money back. He didn't send me the final money. We were both fucked.
You both got fucked.
Yeah, because I believed for a long time that
the motor was gone, so he got fucked. You didn't get fucked because you still had the money.
I only had half.
Oh,
I had $7,000 engine. I only got 35.
So yeah, it's
dude. The thread's
clean.
all on Zilvia,
It's
and the
clean.
guy never accused me of taking.
I keep seeing that, so I'm glad that's cleared up. Unless you really took it.
Yeah,
which you didn't.
Yeah.
Look at me and tell me you didn't take.
I didn't take my own engine. I was incapable of doing that. I would never be able to do that. And if I did, it would be very obvious. Cops showed up at my house, searched my garage, searched everything.
Moving on. Hi, I'm back. Did Maddox get his money back? Did you get your money?
I got my money back. Yes.
He's got
so
it.
far.
Show it to him. Show it to him. And there's more money over there.
Oh, just.
When is the 911 versus Evo Lime Rock race?
What Evo?
I would assume you're Evo 4. I would.
This guy goes, Tommy's lost an engine. DJ's talking about losing jumper cables. Guys, also, this happened fucking.
They were good jumper cables. I've had them for years.
The cop didn't think I was guilty. The cop was just trying to answer this thing. This was like pretty rampant internet scam early days because there wasn't a lot of like easy ways to deal with stuff like there is today. Everything was like kind of new.
F yes spec merch, leftover or Garage Zero merch. I told Tommy he needs to start making more merch, even though he tells me that. But that's soon to come.
The Pleasure Evo's down at Adams. He just did that Evo race with it, and it came in second place, and it had shit tires. I stole the jumper cables. Plot twist.
If Nissan brings Sylvia back, would you buy one? Absolutely. S16, give it to me, please. Or do you think it would be junk? Also, what is Tommy's opinion on the new Z? The new Z is a flop, and I think Tommy could agree with that.
We talked shit to a guy
who
had one by accident. I mean, I didn't talk shit, but
respectfully.
Yeah, I was like, not into it.
Give
I got 500 on Tommy. Guys, like, the whole thing is crazy. I just really need to talk about how I revved at someone at a drift event. It's like the most.
Yeah, let's bring that back because that's how we started it.
Dude, that's a drift event. I couldn't even hear my own car over the drifting cars of 50 feet away. By the way, fucking Porsche sounds good though. That 996 sounds good.
She's a solid car. Everyone said it sounded like ticky. Not everyone. Some people said it was a little.
Well, it might have been a little low on oil. You know me. I just top her off. Someone said, all shit aside, Tommy is the best YouTuber merch, hands down. Shout out Jay Judson.
Yeah, Jay is good. Kevin is the new Jen Missile Miata.
See, this guy goes, Tommy and Runnick should talk and make this beef big so they can capitalize on it from the beef that beef brings viewers. I was down years ago before we were even beefing. I was like, yo, let's do a boxing match and LZ can host it at the Invitational. I always wanted to do that because people always wanted to see it.
I don't want to see anyone get hurt. You know, that's stupid. I don't.
Missile Miata, dude. He's fucking funny.
Missile Miata. Who is that?
Tommy, DJ, and Jimmy need to do a cheap car challenge. That would actually be super fun.
We've talked about that multiple times,
recently.
Actually. I don't know what chassis it would be, but drop it down below. What did we say that it would be?
What's the CRX story? Running didn't pay the bill and didn't get the CRX back. And then I had to call Painter Tommy, talk shit on Running's behalf because he was a pussy. Painter Tommy backed the fuck down. I told him all his work was trash, which it was. And Rudnick owed $12,000 for a bunch of work. And he abandoned the CRX. And Tommy's probably in a fucking, I don't know, in jail somewhere.
Take a leak.
I want to rip hash out of rigs with Tommy. Like, what's up? I don't know what that means.
You know what hash is?
No, but I don't know what it means. Hash out of rigs with Tommy. Like, what's up, Mikey, out west?
It's probably some video of somebody's taking a big hash rip or something.
Thong win. Any more Top Suicide merch? Top Suicide's dropping again. I skated with Kevin the other day. And, like, I was sore. I haven't skated in 10 years. You have to admit, though, for 10 years.
For 10 years,
and a 50-year-old.
You're not 50.
Dude, I'm 50.
He's 36.
Dude, I'm 50.
He's 36.
I'm not 36, but I'm 50.
How old are you? Honestly.
We don't even know.
Either way.
Someone said I push Mongo.
He does. That is true. Tommy pushes mad Mongo.
Absolutely false. If anyone here pushes Mongo, you look like you push Mongo.
He pushes Mongo so hard his knee almost
stand up. Let me see your pants. Those push Mongo for sure.
No, this push, I got a stylish push with these on. Tommy hates on my pants, yet he's wearing khakis, so.
What happened to the zesty guy with the 3000 GT? I don't know who that is. But that's funny. Why did you beat up Running? Never did that.
Jinko jeans.
Tommy versus Madison say he'll destroy me. The dude is decent at skating.
Someone said, "Where's the breezes at?"
On the fridge.
Maddie,
it's all the same questions now.
Maddie can skate. Blah blah blah.
Tommy does got nollie though.
I do have nollie.
That good nollie.
Good.
if he really wanted to, he could do a buttery nollie heel.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he just doesn't. He
I'm
just
just
doesn't.
not
He's just
about it.
whatever.
I'm not about it.
I think we touched base
He's an
on,
old head.
on a lot of
Let's
stuff.
let's just wrap this up. It's late.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to say I don't beef. I don't give a fuck about anything. I'm down for whatever, whenever, in the moment. If you rev on me, I'll rev back. I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't threaten anyone. I just rev back at a drift event. The reason I told DJ to film it was in case somebody wanted to do something stupid. There was evidence. Unfortunately, Rudnick revved at me. There was no evidence. If he ever goes live, I know Ryan does his live. Maybe you guys should ask him if he revved at me. If he's an honest dude, like the 3 people in this room who witnessed it, maybe he'll say, I didn't mean to. My car was running bad. Regardless, if he admits to it, that's cool. If he doesn't, that's cool. I don't give a fuck. Don't care about any of this.
Can I touch on this?
Yeah, sure.
If it was an accident,
It was-
he would not have swerved into Tommy, stuck his head like into his mirror, looked in his mirror, and blipped the throttle. It was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, he went, wow, wow.
It wasn't like his
No.
car idled up. Like he purposely did that with a bunch of people in the car. They probably hyped him up, and now he's
That
probably,
4-year-old child getting its ears blasted is real cool. First of all, my 96 is not that loud. I'm sorry. It's just not. That kid was perfectly fine. We were all just as close to the car as that kid.
That
Second,
car's
he's
not
at a
that
drift
loud.
event. That place was absurd, especially where I did it. That was the loudest area. The drift cars are just on the other side of
Right
that building.
there, yeah.
Like, trust me, my car is legit to go on Laguna Seca or Lime Rock. That's a fucking stock exhaust.
decibels. Yes, it has cats, it has mufflers.
Someone said I've threatened someone's life on the stream. I have not done that at all.
probably mine.
True.
No, but the moral of the story is this stream was just to clear the air.
It was just to get
Questions,
people to come out of the
concerns.
woodwork and say what the fuck they think and let me respond to it because it's goofy. The comments are goofy. You dudes are car dudes and you're butthurt about a rev.
Well, what did you say the other day? They're intrigued by us, our lives. They're just so
Well, you guys are
asphyxiated.
so interested in whoever's life you follow that you think everything's real, dude. And then my other favorite one, if Rudnick did that, how is it not on video, dude? Editing sucks. No one's filming 24 hours a day at the LZ Vintage. It was the area we were and what we were doing. There was no reason to have a camera out. We were talking about something.
Nobody was around. We were just
We were
chilling.
yeah,
That's
we
a
were
good
chilling.
question.
Well,
Scroll down. Because they'll really see how you feel about that 996. Go all the way down. There it is. Use right there.
Tom, no Nissan Porsche. What car would you pick for your spec for just an
Oh, it's a
all-around
no
fun
Porsche.
car? I don't know. Why'd you take all the good ones out and ask me which piece of shit I like? What the fuck would I choose? You take out all the good cars. Nissan, Porsche, Mitsubishi. I'd have to go with something Toyota. Fun car? Just describe fun. The Colorado's fun. It's neither of those.
JZX.
I don't like those. I don't even think I'd fuck with a Supra. I don't think I'd
Really?
care.
I know.
I kind of want like a 1J swapped
What
Altezza.
about an RX-7? You like RX-7?
No, an RX-7, sure.
Kane Supra is sick, but when he told me how much he has into it, it doesn't.
That guy wants 20% of his super check.
Mark
Margin,
Fours are
who's got the
expensive.
50 right now? This dude still got it, so you gotta send some money to get it passed back to me.
No, please don't.
Why don't you approach running in person? We're not cool. We're
It's
not.
like that.
It's not
yeah.
like that. That would be out of line. You probably answered a million times. But what happened to the dude you started the garage with? Thanks for both your content. You started the garage with nothing. What garage?
We'll probably wrap this up before 8 o'clock. So if you guys have any other questions,
Yeah, hit him.
let
now.
them roll in now because we're probably getting to the end of it.
I already talked about what
I
happened
feel
with
like we
Pete.
touched base on a lot of.
I thought you sold to my buddy told me you did.
You probably answered a million times, but what happened to the dude you started the garage with? Who'd you
I don't
start?
know. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Nothing happened to anyone I started a garage with.
Are they talking about Connor? Maybe.
Want to see the engine build? We got some videos. Wish there wasn't beef. Missed the time. It's whatever, guys. That's an era that will never be back.
Is
It
Kevin
doesn't
human?
need to be.
No.
I do remember drilling Ty's finger, and that video got a lot of views, and I got yelled at in that video or no, there was a different one. I made 2 videos. One, I drilled his finger because he had a blood blister, and another one, I super glued it, and I was like using super glue to cut it to fix him, and somebody was like, "I'm bleeding right now," and this video is no help at all because it was a vlog. dude. And he was real. Like, it was a real comment. Oil Tommy down. Yo, Tommy, I've got an 89 GTR chassis I'm trying to sell in Washington, you and shit. It's been parted out, but still has the engine interior. Should I email? Your beef with Rudnick is entertainment at its finest. So email me. Tommy should buy DJ an F80. Please do a video on how you
agree.
started YouTubing. I've already talked about that.
You should buy me an F80.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Someone said, who's in the back? Where'd he come from? This dude?
Gavin.
We picked him up today. He's homeless. Thank you, guys. This was very eye-opening. You said you're going to address something about running it. We've talked about everything.
We have, yeah.
Should have screen recorded the whole live and then you could rewatch it.
I'm sure the people on the
Yeah.
thread are recording it. They're probably
I'll be
running
posting more regularly soon. I just got to get the shop like on autopilot. It takes all of my attention. R32 build.
No. It's good.
R32 build is being painted as we're speaking right now, and it's almost done.
That car is sick.
Full white underneath.
That car is going to be
It
perfect.
looks so good.
That car was
Interior
already perfect.
It was decent.
decent, yeah.
I sold the Dazzle Swap Golf for $69,420.
That was a sick
For what?
car.
The
For the
Dazzle
money?
Swap Golf R.
For the money, I don't know.
Favorite car I've owned is my 996. Thanks
you
for
do love
housing
that
me,
thing.
Tommy. What does that mean?
Mind you, he has a 997. That's perfect.
Two 997s that are pretty good.
Oh, that
The
was
turbo,
YB.
yeah.
And the red car.
That was YB. He said,
Oh,
"Thanks for
oh.
housing me."
Hell yeah. What happened with Dean? Nothing. Are you still cool with Salmon? No, I
miss
heard
you,
Salmon
YB.
talk shit. Salmon's annoying as fuck.
Sam, I talk shit about you.
Yeah, someone keeps saying he does it. Like him and Rudnick talk shit all the time. I don't watch.
I
his
will
trash.
bring this up about Samet. When I did the burnout at LZ's,
He's the snitch.
everyone was so hyped on it. Larry Chen was shooting it, so I don't give a I didn't care at the time. I just let her eat. And then I heard Samet went inside and ratted me out.
And then
That's crazy.
Marissa
Everyone-
came out and had to have a little talk with
a little
you.
pep talk.
Salmon
Yeah.
ran right inside and snitched.
And I said, yes, I did. Did I regret it? No, I didn't.
Did LZ give a fuck?
No, he didn't. He said, can you power wash my driveway? The next morning I said, I'm gone already. He goes, I'm just kidding. I thought it would just be a cool reel if you wanted to make it or something.
Yeah.
Or a clip, whatever. So Tommy sold me the R33 and
Yeah, 350 grand. That was crazy that he snitched on you. I'll tell you a funny Salmon
That's
story for the last.
weird.
Hold on, I got this
That's
funny.
weird.
So we're at the party. Whose birthday was it during that time? Remember we had that party at Drift
Mike.
HQ?
It was Mike Devine.
Oh, yeah,
Shout
so
out,
we're there.
Mike.
I rode my brand new CRF 110 over, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, the keys.
I left it with the key in it.
keys.
I went inside, ate. Everyone was respecting everyone else's property. And I'm watching, and Salmon jumps on my dirt bike, and I'm like, oh, he's just trying to ride it. And I don't love Salmon. We're like, whatever. We have like a real, I have two funny Salmon stories. So he jumps on my bike and he fucking rides away. And I'm like, oh, maybe he'll come back. 20 minutes later, he doesn't come back. So I have to walk all the way back. I walk all the way back, and the key is on. My dirt bike's parked somewhere weird. And I'm just like, this is crazy behavior. So I went over to his 350Z and I threw his keys in the yard.
Oh, he was
Then
pissed.
everyone
I
starts
remember.
drifting.
He
And he's
wants to
like,
drift.
I see him looking around
He's
everywhere.
pressing me. Where are my keys? I said, I don't know. where
Dude,
the keys
so-
are.
So all I said, he came up to me, he started running his mouth. I said, well, maybe you should respect other people's shit. And then that's it. I didn't tell him where his keys were or his car. Actually, no. Ben, fucking the Formula D guy that took LZ seat, he parked the car somewhere, hid the car, and then I threw the keys. So he didn't know where his car was or his keys, remember? And I was like, oh, you shouldn't touch my shit. And then one time, Salmon was here and he had COVID. And this was
I
like early
remember
COVID.
that.
And
Yeah.
and Anna and the kids were here. They were coming in and out. And I was just like,
Rudnick was still
yeah,
here.
Rudnick was here. And Salmon got COVID and went to a hotel or whatever. And then he got back. And I wasn't like a COVID pussy. I was just like, yo, just don't go in the front. Like Anna's a little freaked out. You know how girls were with that shit. They were like, some
Especially if you
people
have
were
kids,
just, yeah,
too.
they just didn't want to
People
get it.
dying and
And her
shit.
like dad's pretty old. So I was like, whatever. So I was like, yo, just do me a favor. I said it just like this. I'm like, don't go in the front. And he goes, I don't have COVID, you fucking retard. And I'm like, dude, get the fuck away from me. But what's funnier about the retard statement is I called him something and it wasn't
And he got
retard.
a-
And he said his brother has Down syndrome and yelled at me and then called me a retard like 24 hours later. Dude, it's crazy. Crazy behavior. That dude's different. I can't stand him. But I don't want to, I'm not like talking shit about him like that. Like I can't stand him. I just like Kevin. Sometimes I can't stand. Sam at 99% of the time I can't really stand. But he's just he's just a fuck. He's a little fucker. And I heard he's talking shit. So I remember Will splitting his head open on the golf cart.
Oh, in the lake. Oh my God.
Knew Papa Tom couldn't be a bad guy. I mean, I can be a bad guy, but I wasn't any ever time in my whole life.
I feel like you're.
Dude, I just want to have fun.
Tommy's a good guy. Great
I just
guy.
want to have fun.
And that's coming from someone that just can't. I mean,
He has done nothing but be a good guy and help me out.
Tommy's.
How many love hotels have you been to? I've never been to one. They're weird. I've stayed at the sickest hotel ever in my last.
Somebody said Samit's wife is a dude.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
I'll never sell 3VZ for 19.5. I have like 54 grand into that car of my own money. I have a 3VZ that's going to be one of the 12 giveaways for the fuckwits. I have an S14 that's going to be one of the
let
12
them know
giveaways.
that. They probably want to.
Yeah, so I have the 3VZ, the S14. Dude, I might do the yellow GTT. If giveaways pop, yeah.
No.
And I've got-
No, you
Yeah.
can't do that car.
Dude, it's so good.
It's so good.
3VZ, S14, 4-door GTST Type M, like copy of the silver 4-door sedan that I built,
Yeah.
but like even better. So those three, I had the 180, the Pulsar, and there's one more that I'm actually not going to say. Oh no, it was the GTT. So I think I have to do.
Gee.
What is that? What is that?
I don't know. I see that quote go by.
Oh, dude, that scared the fuck out of me. JP, it's way too late. What are you doing? JP, we're live streaming. Come in here.
Come in here, JP.
You guys stole what Nick and started cleaning his. Look at this dude. Show your face.
JP.
Show your fucking face.
Are you guys in live? Oh shit! What up?
He goes, I got stole what Nick and started cleaning my wheels. Yeah. So anyway, JP, tell them about how much of a bad guy I am. They're all wondering.
We're all so happy here. So happy.
Blink 5 times if you're not in danger.
Nah, we're just kidding. We're great.
I'm from Australia.
Save
Do we
us.
not support
People don't know
salmon?
this, JP. How long? I've known you since 2007, 2008.
Something like that.
Oh,
Before I was old enough to drink, because I know when you guys would go to the bar, I would have to go home. Like that was like
true.
the cap. I'm like,
True.
all right, these dudes are going to the bar. So
Shit. So you were 20. That's fucking crazy.
yeah, I was just under 18, 20. Still had a K. That's how long ago it was.
Someone said, "What does JP stand for?"
Jean Paul.
Jean.
Just playing.
Hella French.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to Runnings Blueberry? Now you're asking shit we don't know about. That's not on us. Shout out to my fellow Chirac Kevin. All
He
right.
ain't from
We got
Chicago.
3 more minutes. This like 6 minutes is.
JP is OG.
That's my dog. JP, my
Jean
dog.
Paul.
The Unk.
Shout out
I
to
guess it's still here. I was
JP
like,
and
what are
Tommy
you
for
doing?
blessing me with the 2.8. The
Hell
thing
yeah.
is a beaut. A beaut. Just needs a bigger turbo, and then you guys will see what it's capable of.
That thing needs
I'm
a
excited.
HKS GT34R.
No, I don't got HKS money like that.
Those turbos are crazy money. No, if you did a
I need a 770 or a
900,
I was talking to Booth a
G35
little
900.
bit. Yeah, 900.
So the HKS 5290 or 3290, whatever I have, is
Going
a
home?
35 1150.
So
You could run that.
What time is it?
It's 8.
Jesus, Murphy.
8 o'clock.
I'm not gonna sell the white Porsche shell. I need a lot of stuff off of it for my red
Can
car.
we go to Burger King, DJ?
Can you and Ruddy
That
work
was good,
things out?
See you tomorrow, dude.
It ain't that
Later,
easy,
JP.
brother. Later, JP. Oh, we got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Fire the questions. Let's
Does
hear it.
Kevin wash under his foreskin? It looks like he wouldn't. That's a crazy question, though.
What?
Kevin needs a
cut.
whopper. Sell me the 180. The 180 is
It's just I got too much money. I got like 18 grand in that car and doesn't even have an engine.
a roller.
He said he sold it to me for $5,000, so I think I'm gonna buy it.
Never said
Is
that.
Kevin working for you now? I can't answer these questions.
Am I
Tommy can no. This dude fucking he did
Here
something
we
on my
go.
Porsche today. It was brutal. Bring
It
back
was
the challenges.
fine.
Rack that the challenges are funny. Like you just kind of didn't want to taking that job, but we used to do like eat as many donuts. We live stream, get like $100 in the chat, spend it all on Taco Bell, and they had to like eat whatever. we got.
I'm down for that.
Just
This
like
dude's starving
I'm
to death.
hungry.
What are you, stoned?
No.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Hurricane Ian situation's over. A298. We went over that. It's been over. It's
it would have
long
sick
over.
to been called to have called him, but maybe for another day.
Who, Ira
Who?
or Ian?
Ian.
No, that's
Both.
fine.
I mean, yeah.
I gotta call Ira again before we hang up.
Get the likes up. Ira will answer if we get this up to 26 again. Hit the like.
DJ will
Come
stay
on.
on all night.
I will stay here all night. I got nowhere to be.
Except Burger King.
How come Jimmy Nelson don't call running? They don't want to get involved. It's not their beef. It's fucking. Hey, I'm live streaming, so don't say anything bad about me. But I want to shout you out on the live stream for all your help.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, Tommy.
Say what's up to everyone. I told them if they ever needed a good attorney to hit you up. Ira Meyerowitz.
Awesome. What's up, guys? Thank you, Tommy. I really appreciate that.
Give me a ring tomorrow. We got some more work to do.
Yeah. Let's do it, baby.
What happened with Kloppo? Have you heard from him?
Yeah, we've been talking to him.
Oh, hell yeah. This is going to be good.
Good.
All right,
I'm gonna
call
help this guy.
me in the morning.
You got it, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
What's he in? Fucking-
Drinking something.
He's drinking something.
Bring back podcast. OG patron here. Yeah, I got some. I'm just like, whatever. Pseudo lawyer. No. Just look up his name. You don't need to believe me. All right, it's 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock.
I got to go home and eat some quesadillas.
I'm glad we were able to answer some questions. It was good. We got to go live more often, I think.
How'd I get started in my business? YouTubing and then building good cars and people liking them. And
Building
that's
good,
it.
Good shit.
2.5 hours. Jesus Christ. See you guys later. 1,111 likes. See ya.